That's
No, that's me. But you can't be asking for things and asking for support when the things that people want to support you don't even do.
That's strange. Why is it getting an echo on my side?
You probably had the video running in the background. That's what I had running.
Actually, not. Well, I got the video on now, but it's not running in the background.
I'm not hearing any echo. I think you're good now.
Yeah, so my whole thing is you got obligations and you ain't doing them, you should be getting docked. I'm done playing games. This is ridiculous. This man had God knows how many Xbox emergency podcasts, PlayStation. He was literally in a podcast for 3 hours talking about what games should I play. I don't know what to play. Let's look at my whole library. You know what you should be playing if you got nothing to play.
Hey, man.
I mean, I understand that's a huge problem on a Microsoft platform.
I mean, we gave him
anything to play.
I mean, he's the best bot, and we gave Smooth, the premier Xbox game. So,
and 2 weeks to do it.
He don't really.
Was he supposed to play Halo
on Legendary for 4 hours? He only did 3.
Oh, so they got another hour to go.
But yeah, but he's supposed to be. He ducking it though. He ducking that last hour.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, you're the best bot. You could play another hour of Halo.
And you know what they say: if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make dollars.
Well, I don't know. I got to be something more to it because I haven't seen him play hard games with no problem before. So,
well,
he ain't getting through the first level of Halo.
No, it's definitely ridiculous.
Where's Blandrew? We need Blandrew in here today.
I don't know. I hit up Blandrew in the DMs. He didn't answer since, so I don't know.
Jack Moo probably ready to kill people today.
I don't know. What up, Tick?
Yeah, what up?
Yeah.
Today's
my friend's girlfriend just built a vertical setup.
Man, the vertical setups is not it, Bond.
Yo, this chick is wild. And not only does she have a vertical setup, she's using a trackball.
Navigate?
I'm sorry?
Like a trackball, like for as a mouse?
Yeah, I have 2 friends I grew up with that use trackballs. It's the weirdest thing ever. Like they're the only 2. Like even at work, like if you go to work, you use like the computer's work gives you at work, right?
Yeah.
They'll bring in their own trackballs to work too. Like they just don't. They're just weirdos. They just don't use mice. They just use trackballs. It's like really weird to see somebody play a first-person shooter with like a trackball. You ever? What's that one game they have in the arcades? The golf game.
Oh no, I never played a golf game in the arcade.
Golden Tee. You ever seen it at a bar or anything?
Oh
like
yeah.
A white ball in the middle.
Yeah.
It's weird watching somebody play a first-person shooter, just like manipulating that ball. But they do it. It's wild.
I guess it's what you're comfortable with.
Yeah. I only know 2 people that do it.
Yeah.
But Smooth, what's going on with that extra hour, Doug?
What's up?
Halo Legendary, bro.
Yeah, I think we should negotiate the terms.
No, we shouldn't, bro. It's 1 more hour.
Dock this nigga right now.
It's 1 hour.
One's dedicated to likes, and the other's dedicated to a Patreon.
And we were just saying that we didn't get 1,000 likes last week or 2 weeks ago. We didn't hit 900 because when we promised and said we're gonna do things.
I don't recall
Smooth.
Okay,
I don't recall us promising.
Smooth.
Okay.
No, it's on record.
We all agreed.
Smooth. You're the best bot, and you're ducking an Xbox game. Xbox game at that. The premier Xbox game.
Beyond that, my whole thing is this. We're always asking for likes. We're always asking for support. We're always asking for what they want on the Patreon. We're always asking for them to sub, retweet, share. Cool. But when we promise we're going to do something and then you don't do it, Smooth, it makes us look bad.
And I don't even like Halo like that, and I beat it. I didn't have to beat it. I only had to play 4 hours.
You only had to play 4 hours. You beat the whole thing.
Overachiever. Okay, I'll play it.
I didn't even like the game.
I'll play it after the podcast.
Thank you, sir.
Good. I know. That's all we needed.
We appreciate that.
You were in that one podcast for 3 hours talking, look through your whole library, talking about what should I play today. I don't know what to play. I have nothing to play. You knew what you had to play.
Well,
I like how Bond's policing shit on different platforms. He's banned from Twitter and in the police stuff.
Bro,
hey man,
I saw your messages on Steam. I was like, I barely opened the app, but one day I opened this shit and this shit's right.
Play shit. We're all part of the same team.
All
except for I'm either AD or LeBron. I'm not you, that bald white dude on the Lakers. What's his name?
Alex Caruso.
Yeah. Actually, no. You might not even be Alex Caruso. You might be that dude that Shaq be clowning all the time.
Well, Shaq be beefing a whole bunch of people. Anyway, I don't want to be here all night, so we should definitely get this started. Let's get to these. Let's do these intros first, and then I'll talk some shop. King David, appreciate you being here. From the Iron Lords podcast, because you did a podcast earlier, so I know that ain't easy. Just plug yourself real quick.
Lord King David, Iron Lord podcast, Sundays at 1 p.m. Definitely coming through. I told you I was going to come. I said we was going to work on something. Something was going to happen. We had to figure this out.
Facts. So yeah, definitely appreciate it. Tick.
Yo, it's your boy Tick, Game Fanatic, not to be confused with Tick Podcast. Tick is actually spelled T-I-C-K, stop spelling the T-I-C. And I might be the most joined guest on the show, what I've been hearing. What's going on, guys?
All right. Smooth.
What's up, everybody? It's the best bot.
No.
What?
Yeah, he disagrees.
What's up, everybody? It's the best spot. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'm on my way to 7K. And follow me on YouTube because I'm on my way to 10K. Do the damn thing.
All right. Jack.
What's good, everybody? What's popping? How y'all doing?
All right. Jimmy.
Depressed today.
What?
Sounding depressed and down today.
No, I just burped. What's up?
No. Jimmy. J Mega. James, are you there?
Uncle Jimmy?
Oh man.
Uber must not have Wi-Fi.
James.
Call that man James.
Yeah, man. I gotta call, governments out here when dudes don't respond. Bond.
All right, buddy. Quick question. What arcade cabinet is that I'm seeing to the right in your video?
Tiny arcade machines. You can go to them. This one is the upper tier, has 6,900 games on it.
Jesus, you got more games than he's got more games than him. He's got more games than Hip Hop Gamer.
Consoles and 35 emulators.
He's got more games than Hip Hop Gamer.
Thanks.
Anyway, we're back out here trying to give you guys this Sunday entertainment because we got no NFL and nothing better to do. But like, favorite, retweet, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and hopefully have a good show.
Can y'all hear me over Bond?
Yeah, we hear you.
What up?
All right. No, my mic wasn't set for some reason.
Okay. Jimmy.
Yo, what's up, man? J Mega Games, I'm here. Shout out to Sony. I like y'all had a somewhat good week. I can't wait to talk about that 1522p and all that. All right. I mean,
it's more. I don't care about the 1522p. I care about the 30 FPS.
I mean, we're gonna get into all that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into it. All right, so Weapon Wheel Podcast episode 240. Make sure you hit the like button. 1,000 likes get y'all a free stream. So it has to be within the week though. So please hit the like button. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. Anybody who subscribes to the Weapon Wheel Patreon, you will get the audio of the podcast the day after, because usually I put it on SoundCloud and all these other platforms like 5 days by like Friday or Saturday. But if you want that sooner, if you subscribe to any tier of the Patreon, then you'll get that like the day after if you want to listen to it.
Do we have questions here?
I think it's hidden right now. I have to put it back up because people weren't using it. People had stopped using it, so I have to put that back up.
Put a topic questions tier back up. Yeah, put that up there.
All right, I'll do that. Also, you can hit the join button if you want to become a member and use the custom emotes and chat badges. And if you want to submit a video to be featured during Weapon Wheel podcast, then just send me an email at weaponwheelpress.com and just let me know what game you want to submit, and I'll send you the Google Drive links. And shout out to the two people, Ace McLean and The Finest, who just became members. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to The Finest because he's always sending me, news, of stuff happening in gaming on my Twitter.
In the DMs.
Yeah, always. Like he be sending it to me instantly before I even see it. I'm like, man, were you waiting, sir? Like, I didn't even see this yet.
Boy, find it, be on it.
Here's a good question before we start. Exactly how many people on your Steam are playing Persona 4 Golden?
Word, it's lit. It's lit.
Number one selling
It's lit
game
on
on Steam.
Yeah, man. Number one selling PC exclusive on Steam, though.
Hey, 12-year-old PlayStation game. That's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Oh, no, it's not a PlayStation game.
12-year-old PlayStation game. That's crazy.
It's not a PlayStation game no more, right, Tech?
Yeah.
It's crazy how that works. Y'all got it though. Y'all got it. I already played it.
What's crazy, Jack?
What's crazy?
That the Steam version outsold the Vita version pretty much in 24 hours.
Damn.
Wow.
I like this.
I already
I like
personally
this.
played.
Out.
I don't know.
So
I like
listen,
this.
we here. Let's talk about Persona 4 Golden. I mean, look, y'all know I don't like Persona. I don't like the fact that you spend. I don't like the fact that you have. I like the combat in Persona, but I don't like the fact that you have to be in a classroom. I don't like that.
Game?
Right? So I have no opinion on it. Jack seems to be salty that it's on PC now, even though your laptop could handle it. But
Not. That's not why I'm upset.
okay, well, explain to the people what's going on.
I am upset because first of all,
Let's set the precedent.
that's one thing. Persona has always been a PlayStation only franchise, besides like the little spin-off fuckery games. Okay, this game has been out since 2008, right? They brought it to the Vita in 2012 with the golden version. Okay, so they bring it to PC. I'm not necessarily upset that it's on PC. My gripe, my problem with this is that they didn't make a mention of bringing it to the PlayStation 4. That is wrong in my opinion. It should have a version for the PlayStation 4. Why doesn't it?
That's only PC gamers, when like GTA comes out.
It's on PS3. It's on PS3 and Vita.
It's not on
PlayStation
PS3.
gamers don't like old games, Jack.
It's only on Vita. It's not even on PS3.
You're right.
Oh, yeah, it's the golden version.
Persona 4 is on PS2. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
PS2
Damn.
and Vita. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
here's what's happening. They're testing the waters.
Yep.
Of
The
course.
problem, the Persona 3 is already 100% guaranteed now. That's happening. The real question is, Persona 5. But BG, throw that chart in Discord up on the video real quick, because I've been saying this for the longest time now, that before you needed a console, mainly a PlayStation, to play JRPGs. Now, even the PC is a better place to play JRPG. It may not be as good as PlayStation, but even the PC is a better place to play JRPGs than the Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Why you say that?
Because the PC has more JRPGs than the Switch.
Oh, well, yeah.
You can't get all the Legend of Heroes games on the Switch. You can't get all the Tales games on the Switch. You're not getting Persona on the
a whole
Switch.
different stratosphere than the PC. You can't lug your big PC all around with you. So, I mean, unless you're going to take a giant laptop, pull out a laptop.
I could play most of these JRPGs on my Surface Pro if I wanted to.
This is true.
But
This
also,
is absolutely true, but it's still not as portable as a Switch.
doesn't need to be.
Hmm.
I'd rather play I'd rather play the game than not play the game.
Yeah. I feel that, but Switch is in this whole little different lane. Like you mentioned, the Switch, like the Switch is a viable option other than your laptop or your Surface Pro.
But I'm
If
saying
you actually play those games, the Switch is not your venue.
These games could be on the Switch.
Nah.
No, Legend of Heroes could run the Switch easily.
Yeah, well,
Persona 4 could run the Switch easily, but they're putting these games on the PC.
It's their market, though. It's like, okay, so
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think it'll sell on the Switch.
Well, my whole point is that JRPGs are second on PC after PlayStation, and it's not that big of a distant second either.
Right.
I mean, we pretty much get. I'm sound like Smooth saying we. The PC pretty much gets every JRPG that comes out on the PlayStation. It's just you might have to wait a little bit, like The Legend of Heroes, but
Yeah.
you get it.
Jack, what
Same with games like East.
what if the like how much this game sold? I mean, just in 24 hours, probably. And it was at $20, so it's the bestseller. What if this technically like funds a PS4 or even a PS5 version of Persona 4 Golden? Wouldn't you then have to thank the PC gamers?
No, because if Sega didn't have enough money to fund it to begin with, they need to go out of fucking business. As long as they've been, bro. Come on, bro.
Here's what Jack's not understanding. Sega's primary platform pretty much is the PC. They own Atlas. This was an inevitability.
Well, hold on. If selling 30K or whatever fucking $20 copies of a game is what funded another one,
Jack, that's 30 mil. That's 30 million in revenue they made in one day.
Hold on, let me see. How is it $30 million? Hold on.
30. How much was the game? $20 or 30?
$20.
So it's 20 million of revenue in one day.
Hold on, let me fact check that real quick.
Hey man, what the hell y'all talking about, man?
What's good, OBJ?
Persona 4 Golden, sir.
Yeah, man.
That's $600,000. How is it 20 million? If it sold 30K copies at $20 a piece, that's $600,000.
We said 1 million copies at $20.
Who? When they sell 1 million copies of that?
Didn't somebody just say they flashed that over the screen?
Oh, I ain't seen that. The last numbers I heard was 30K. I mean, it's doing well. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, y'all. But okay, this is another thing, right? If you can port it to the PC, I'm pretty damn sure you can port it to a PlayStation. Like, what is the issue? It already got all the prompts for a fucking PS4 controller. Like, it was already designed to play on PlayStation.
You already played on PlayStation
already.
That's on PS now, right?
Yeah. So
is there some big news or something? Like,
yeah, it is on. Can't you just download it on PSN?
No.
No, it's not on PS now. It's not on PS now.
No, you can only play it if you got a Vita.
Oh shit, that's crazy. All right.
Taking to be if this game did sell 1 million copies, right? Taking into the account Steam's 30%, they made 14 million in a day.
Ooh.
Hey, that's a nice amount.
That's the amount they're gonna keep doing it.
How much would they have made if they would have put it on their fucking home platform?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, okay, all right. So don't nobody on PlayStation want to play Persona now?
They already played it. They already played it on the Vita.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it would sell as much.
Okay. What was the last game they brought from Vita to PS4? It was that game that BGB playing, right? What was that game?
Gravity Rush, I believe you're talking about.
Yeah. How did that do?
The first
Gravity Rush and Persona ain't the same franchise, yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to get you to understand. I think
how much did Persona 5 sell?
The first one sold more than the second one.
Are we really trying to say there's not a market for Persona on the PlayStation?
There absolutely is. Like, listen, as much as people in the Discord be nut hugging like Persona, I know it would sell.
Exactly, especially at $20. Come on, dog.
Yeah, here's the bigger question.
That could be the reason too.
Here's the bigger question. What was the last Xbox game that sold 1 million in a day?
Man, here we go. We're not going to do it.
Vaughn, don't get on my bad side. Today I shared a video of yours.
Would you? Probably the PlayStation one.
Hey, It was a video by you.
Listen,
yeah, Sea of Thieves is doing numbers on Steam right now.
We got a lot of topics.
Hold up, no, we ain't gonna sidestep this one. What was the last Microsoft developed game that sold 1 million?
It could have been Gears 5. It could have been Gears 5, but being that it's in Game Pass, we won't know those exact numbers, right?
I don't know. Well,
even when they change the metrics over, and they don't really care about numbers like that, because they're losing that numbers war, right? So what you do? You change the numbers war. You change the battle.
Maybe
you're not gonna win in somebody else's arena. That don't make any sense.
Bleeding Trash didn't sell 1 million in a day.
I mean, listen, the fact that you probably don't like it. It's probably not something for you, right? But
I don't like
the millions of other people that actually dabbled in it and played in it like it, right? So if they just made games just for you, then they're not looking to sell games, right?
Well, think about it this way: if they just made women the way I want them, we wouldn't have fat bitches walking around. We'd be walking around.
Here go Bond, man. Listen, Bond, you derail the podcast and we lose like at least 30 minutes each podcast because you trash Xbox, but we got too many topics for you to trash Xbox today. I'm sorry.
Let's move on.
There's too many. All right, moving on. Just some stuff I want to just go over real quick since we weren't here last week. A few stuff to touch on. Ron Johnson, he was like an exec at Riot Games. He made a very insensitive, racist comment about Floyd, George Floyd. They put him on executive leave, then they fired him. So they got him the hell up out of here, and Riot Games, they've made Valorant recently and everything like that. So they ain't want no type of probs. They fired that guy. That guy's out of here.
I was about to say, does he have a job?
Nope, not anymore. What else happened? Sega announced the Game Gear Micro. It's 4 consoles or 4 handhelds, whatever you want to consider it. That comes with 4 games each.
Different games, yeah. That's retarded.
For $50 goddamn dollars, yo.
I had a game
They went out of business,
and I'm mad about that. Why would they do that?
I think it's gonna sell because people love collectibles, though. That's the only reason. I don't think nobody's really gonna play those games.
Have you seen how tiny that is?
that thing is not gonna sell.
And the crazy thing is, they have the nerve to put like I was gonna say a Shining Force game on that. Like, how are you gonna see anything?
Well, you can hook it up to your television.
I did not hear you could.
Yeah, doesn't it have an HDMI out?
No,
I don't think so. No,
It got a little screen magnifier.
You got to buy the screen
Wait,
magnifier.
hold on. I think it has an HDMI out.
I heard it only has a magnifying glass.
Why are they putting 4 games on one when they can just put all of them?
Bro, that's what I'm telling you. It's a collector's item.
It's literally a collector's item.
I'm telling y'all that thing gonna sell, bro.
It's small as hell, though.
I'm telling y'all that thing gonna sell.
How can I see the screen? Like, yo, they should have just took the regular Game Gear, just made it smaller in size, but the screen size kept the same.
I'm telling you.
Make those whack consoles at all and make a Dreamcast and just call it a day.
I mean, I had a Game Gear. Game Gear was lit, too.
Nah, wasn't it? It was I had a Nomad, and then I went on to Atari Lynx and stuff like that. So that wasn't it. And I had Turbo Express. That wasn't it.
I mean, it was a portable console with a backlight and color back in the 90s.
Yeah, like look,
I had a Turbo Express that smashed it in the face.
They could have slimmed it down, made it smaller, but made the screen size a lot like it didn't have
right.
It's the
It wasn't entirely their fault. I mean, this new gaming god company came out.
Shit.
Like the smackdown on them in the people's elbow. A couple stunners and a rock bottom.
Right.
This thing looks hard. It looks bad.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, people gonna buy it for a collector's item.
Well, just so y'all know, it does have a headphone jack and a USB port. That's probably what you thought was the HDMI port.
Oh, okay, yeah, the headphone jack and a USB port.
If it has a USB port, then it might be buyable if it's easily hackable. You just put the whole library on the damn thing.
If it can hold it.
If you can
It's
put it to hand,
hold in your hands like that shit.
gotta play with toothpicks.
That's not good.
Yeah,
People
man,
You gotta play with toothpicks.
that joint crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right. What else we had? 13. Yeah, the 13 remake is coming out November 10th. I don't know how many played that game back in the day. About the dude who like lost his memory. He was a soldier. I think this one's being made by Ubisoft. Is it the remake? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
I'm not gonna lie. This Mario Kart game looks kind of wild.
Yeah. But
BG, don't you like kart racing games? You got a Switch and you ducking?
What are you talking about?
Don't you have a Switch?
Yeah, I have Mario Kart.
I ain't ever see you playing it.
That's actually my gameplay right there, sir.
Oh shit. Who are you, on the left or the right?
I'm the left. Come on, bro. The man in first place.
What you on, BG? You on your third Switch?
Yeah, I've supported Nintendo more than most Nintendo fans. I'm on my third one.
Bet you wish you still had your Wii U, as expensive as that bitch is now.
Facts. Yeah, man. So I be playing the wife. I be dusting her in Mario Kart. Like every day. It is what it is. Speaking of Nintendo confirmed that they had 140,000 account breaches.
No, that was 140 extra.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear about this.
The actual number over 300,000. It's like 350,000.
Who was that? Nintendo?
Hold on. Jack is on Press Start Podcast. I got a question here.
What's up?
Because there's a member on the Press Start Podcast that likes to slander Epic and the Epic Game Store over
Indeed.
these security breaches,
Indeed.
these lack of features, these lack of customization and graphical options, mods, etc. But you know what? Nintendo doesn't have any of these things and has multiple confirmed breaches, but it's always nice, silent, and quiet on the Press Start podcast in regards to that individual.
You know what? That is a great point. But I'm gonna have to bring it up on the next podcast.
It's not just that individual; it's the majority of these new age PC gaming cocksuckers.
But you know, people make exceptions for Nintendo. People
Yeah, of
always
course,
make exceptions for Nintendo, though. That's you got to. You got to.
I don't.
That's crazy. Didn't nobody talk about that though? It was 150 extra on the already confirmed, like what, 200,000?
Oh yeah,
come on,
like
bro.
Like,
I seen
Jack,
it.
what's the argument we hear? Oh, I would. Oh, go ahead, BJ. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, I didn't like. I seen it, and I'm
BG,
like,
you're
did
fine.
this? Oh, my bad. Hold on, shit.
I'll go while you're unbotting. But
Mhm.
the argument we always hear is, I'm not giving money or signing up for something that has bad security and they're giving away our data. Well, how many breaches is Nintendo gonna have?
Man, it's been a couple. I remember.
I mean, I guess in a way, I'd say I'd rather willingly give away my data than have some unknown thief hack and steal it.
Shit, crazy.
Nintendo was saying it wasn't through Nintendo themselves. It was through a workaround through like a third-party site. To be honest with you, so they was washing their hands of the whole problem.
We're saying gonna admit it.
Yeah, even though you purchased their product and they're not giving you any level of security. You understand?
Mhm.
It's the same reason why a lot of people purchase those little PlayStation little debit card things or PlayStation bucks and don't actually have their credit cards on their PlayStation. It's the same reason why I don't have my credit card on my PlayStation or my Nintendo. Now I have it on my Microsoft stuff because I haven't had any problem.
Microsoft done got hacked about 1 million times themselves. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
they
saying?
got hacked. But
I mean, goddamn.
anytime that you
All
get
of them
hacked
ain't
or
worth
anything
shit.
happen at Microsoft, can't you go back and get your money back? Because there's plenty of times that I've gotten my money back.
You can always
Wait,
get your
what's
money
that?
Yeah,
back.
you can always get your money
Like,
back. Yeah.
You got hacked before?
No. If I purchased something and I didn't like it, or if I purchased something and it wasn't under the proper pretenses, like they didn't explain it clearly or whatever, I hit them up like, I don't like this, I didn't like that. This was before that Game Pass stuff, where you actually didn't have to worry about it.
That's a wrap on the Switch. As soon
I
as you
never
buy
had
it
a
on
problem.
Nintendo,
You're done.
yeah, you can't even divorce and get half your shit back.
Yeah. And what they were saying was that what people were doing was hacking into their account, but playing their games. So one dude to log into his game, and let's say he's playing Donkey Kong Freeze, he's at one level, somebody that ended his damn game, and he went in there and found out that the guy finished all the levels and
Wow.
also made a bunch of purchases.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, and I didn't really see anybody. It was reported, but I didn't see anybody talking about it this week. It was weird.
You know what's also wild though? Back onto that situation, Jack.
What's up?
Steam has started giving away free games every now and then. Now, why do you think they started doing that?
Had to been epic though.
BG, can you help me out with that? Why would Steam now all of a sudden start giving out free games?
It had to be something to do with Epic giving away not only free games, but real quality AAA games at that too, that people actually want to play.
I thought that competition wasn't good. I feel like people have been lying to me, Jack. What's good?
What free games on Steam?
You know the look at him.
What free games on Steam? Let me go ahead and download. What are they?
I mean, I downloaded one last week. A friend told me to get. I don't even remember what it was.
Shower with your dad simulator, motherfucking eat a dick.
Oh Lord, that sounds bad already.
No, Steam dead seriously giving away some trash though, bro. Like
That's
that is
PC
bottom line.
dungeon game, right?
Bottom line is like you got to start somewhere.
Yep.
That's a bad start.
Better than the game with a dude got wieners for hands though.
What?
What game is that?
that Sony game that got showed off.
He talking about Bugsnax.
Bugsnax. Yeah.
Oh man, we gonna get into that.
No, what was that damn high school high, whatever the fuck?
Oh,
that
that
was.
joint too. Oh, yeah.
Trash. Ooh, Lord.
There's a game called Bugsnax
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
we
my God.
gonna get into that.
Huh?
We gonna get into that. But
I
before
mean,
we
that
get to
joint
that,
might be better than Grounded, though. I don't know.
oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
we
Now
gonna get
you
into it.
capping. Now you
Hold up,
absolutely capping.
hold
Stop
up. We
playing.
gonna get into it. Let me.
The only reason you like Grounded because it got a black nigga. in
Hold
it. That's
on,
all.
bro.
Only fucking
Hold
reason.
on. We gonna get into it.
Only
Wait.
reason.
We almost there. We almost there. Let me finish. Okay, Death Stranding. Kojima confirmed that Death Stranding was profitable, and it broke even. But I'm still saying the game was a flop because
Well, if it broke even, that's a flop.
because when a PlayStation game sold really well, they never say, "Oh, it was profitable" or "it breaks even." They say, "No, that thing sold 5 million in 3 days, sir. That thing was a flop." So
for the people at home that are listening, that can't comprehend what business is, what break even. This is what break even is. If you drove to a job and you got paid and you drove home and the wages you got for working that job equal the amount of gas money you spent to travel back and forth, you broke even.
Yeah.
So breaking even on a 3-4 year project, that ain't good.
nope.
Yeah, you ain't gained nothing.
All you did was breaking even means you just lost 3 years of your life.
Yeah, it's the same thing as if you didn't make the game, so you might as well have not made the game.
Pretty much, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, but they will eventually make money when the PC version comes out.
Exactly.
Other news: Control is coming to PS5, and the Resident Evil 8 version of the PS4 version of Resident Evil 8 has been canceled. They claim to development problems.
Hold on, repeat that.
The PS4 version of Resident Evil 8 is not happening anymore. So if you play on consoles, you have to get that game on PS5.
That's wild because you know they really want to do those cross-gen games for the first couple of years. That's wild.
Hey, Jack.
What up?
Explain that. Why did that happen?
What happened?
You're the person I go to PlayStation. Why did they not put it on PlayStation?
Put what on PlayStation?
The Resident Evil 8 version, the Resident Evil 8 PS4 version is canceled. That's the report according to PSU.com.
Oh, great.
Great.
Yeah, Jack doesn't care. He's gonna be on next year. Jack don't care about last year once next year come out.
Listen, right? It's always, bro. If you can't afford, just wait, bro. I don't know what to say. Like
Xbox. What do you mean great?
That's great.
You said the PS4 version is canceled?
Yeah, PS4 version.
Yeah, fuck the PS4.
I feel cross-gen games can hinder developers. So yeah, I want the best version of a game. I don't want to be cross-gen. Fuck about the PS4 version.
Here's a question I have though. Let's say these new games aren't going to be on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Do you think there will be a situation where a dev will say it will be cross-gen but only on Xbox One X and PS4 Pro?
Maybe.
Like, just get rid of the base
content. Better thing to do, actually. But I mean, it's still fucked up. Yeah.
I can see some shit like
I just say don't put it on there at all. God damn it. Just put them on the new system.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, at that point, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but like, I don't know.
It's just a lot of questions on the Xbox side.
If you're gonna put it on current gen, then put it on all current gen systems.
That's what I'm saying.
If not, then don't do it.
So now, is it canceled on the Xbox One and the Xbox One X?
They didn't mention anything about that.
Oh, so Xbox cares more about the fans. That's crazy.
That would be wild if it came out on the original Xbox, but not the original PlayStation 4. That would be wild. But you know what? It's not like it would make much of a difference because nobody even owns Xbox One.
Neo Game Shark just got an Xbox One X, and he's been playing it for.
You just call him Neo Game Shark?
Right.
Neo Game Shark.
I didn't know Xbox was still alive.
Yeah, I know. Neo Game Spark, if you're watching, as I know you normally are, can you actually start beating games instead of playing 30 games at once?
Shit. Yikes.
Oh, wow.
This man started like 8 different Japanese RPGs at the same time. Like, I don't even know how that's possible. You got to beat one game at a time, my man.
Calling people out? Okay. All right. Before we get into the PS5, we got to touch on The Last of Us Part 2. The reviews came out. So The Last of Us Part 2 is the 40. I think they reported it's the 40th best reviewed game of all time on Metacritic. That's all time, like since video games have ever existed.
What percent? What's its ranking? What percentage?
And it had the 96 on Metacritic, and it's they said it's the second or third best reviewed game of the year. But the more impressive stat is the 40th best reviewed game ever.
Damn, what games got reviewed this year better?
I mean, this year's been a good year, but I don't think like being the best game this year is like that impressive. I think the all-time.
Oh, I thought you said second or third highest rated game this year. I was like, damn, what came out better?
What came out with a 97 or 98 this year?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I would have to take a look at the list, but they said it was
Probably
second or third.
indie or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably some kind of.
Ooh, when's the last time a Microsoft made?
Oh my god!
the last Xbox published game that got scored in the 90s was Ori. That was a couple months ago.
No, I said 90. I said 96.
Oh, 96? Fuck them numbers.
Oh man!
Ooh,
96.
I love
You know
the
what they say, bud? 69 and new 96. You know that, right?
Damn, it's true. PlayStation is the opposite of Microsoft.
Hey, we all y'all boycotters at, man. Where the boycotters at, man? We all at, man.
Those numbers actually matter. Those numbers actually matter to how your metrics is scored at Sony. I mean, to be honest with you, did you think it was going to get less than that? They took how long?
I didn't think it was going to get a 96.
Had his fair share of the trash.
I said a 92.
I thought it was going to get that 96.
And I thought it was going to get 90s, but not a 96.
No, I said it was like 2 weeks before when we polled out how we thought that the game was going to score. I thought that being the gravity of the game, and I knew that they was going to live up to the material that they were given. Did they let you down the first time?
Of course not.
Yes.
They didn't let me down.
Hell no.
They didn't let me down so damn good that I brought 2 of the damn games.
They let me down the first game.
Oh, the swinging, he like the best.
I didn't like the swinging.
But I heard that that Ellie's got, they hired a professional baseball player to do some mocapping for Ellie, or a softball player. They got Jenny Finch or somebody out there. She's got
You talk about the limitations of the PlayStation 3 when it came to certain things that they don't have that problem with now.
Hold up. How many years have we had sports games? You ain't gonna tell me that the PlayStation 3 with MLB show was limited.
They did have to put a lot of animations in a short.
You're gonna nitpick that out of that great game. You're gonna nitpick the swinging mechanics on it.
I have valid reasons why I nitpick, because here's my issue, right?
Right.
When you swing with a bat, you don't chop down like an axe. You swing horizontally. So when Joel is swinging,
he can chop down with like an axe, man. He can try to bash your fucking skull.
Yeah, but people were down
not hitting baseballs. We hitting heads.
But people were down on their knees, whatever. But bottom line is this: when you're swinging top down with a tomahawk with a bat,
okay,
your hitbox is different, and Joel would always end up missing. And I'm like, just swing sideways and hit him.
All right, okay. That your swing mechanics aside, right? Let's just move your swing. Let's just take that one little aspect. That little aspect.
Outside of that, and some of the fuckery with collision detection and stuff, right. I would say it's probably an 8 game. I like.
All right, so you said it was an 8 game, right?
It's not bad. I think that's reasonable.
That's really good, right? Take that 8, right? Now, what did you think? This was the first of that game, right? This is the second. Sony always gets better with their second of a new
problem with everything you're saying. It's kind of irrelevant because I can't play it.
Why you can't play it?
What frame rate does it run at? It's unplayable.
Oh man,
I can't even play it.
Here we go.
I gotta wait for Spider-Man to come out on PS. The original Spider-Man to be on PS5 or some Pro enhanced.
Okay, so
backwards
now
compatible.
Sit here. Oh, I forgot. You PC all the way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so all right. So all right. It's valid.
Look, I'm not denying that it's a good quality game, but I'm just saying I won't play it.
Bobby playing Nintendo games at 24p. Don't listen to Bob.
24p.
Bob plays Nintendo games at 24p. Don't listen to him, man.
Neo Game Spark is talking that.
Fix that part.
Neo Game Sparks is talking that shit.
Yo,
Listen,
but
man, the game
yeah.
was going to do 96. 96 was definitely the target. And if that game didn't hit 96, being the best of the PlayStation 4's generation, this is the end of a generation, right? They were dominant all the way through, right?
hmm
This is their centerpiece. This is it.
Magnum opus.
I personally didn't believe it would surpass the first one in Metacritic score. I personally believed it would either get the same or just below it.
Because of the LGBT backlash
Yeah,
and spoiling.
Well, no, that,
Yeah, well, it's just hard to top the original of anything for me. It's just
And
hard
just
to top
because
that.
the game scores
Things
higher,
probably scored it higher,
just because
to
the
be
game scores higher or lower doesn't automatically mean it's better also.
honest. 'Cause them-
I mean,
them-
A lot of reviews saying it is better though. A lot of
Oh yeah,
reviews-
there's no doubt the game was going to be better. I have no doubt in my mind.
them gamer journalists like wokeness, so like that probably boosted it up even higher.
Oh man, here we go. Anyway.
Real quick. Hold on, I gotta say something real quick.
What's up?
Just to let you guys know, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm gonna say the
Nah,
ideal of
don't-
this game.
shut the
Hold
fuck up, no.
on.
No, I
The ideal of this game being better will depend on what you liked about the first one.
Now
So
we got
not everybody's gonna agree with that.
we got people in the
that's-
we got people in the comment sections
goes
now
without saying.
comparing turn-based RPGs running at 30 to actual games.
Well, when you play the game, you'll understand why I said that.
But I want to bring up.
I mean, have
these-
you played the game yet, Jimmy?
I can't answer that, man.
Stop it,
Here we
Jimmy.
go.
You
Here
ain't
we
My
go.
shit.
man, never giving up your
I can't-
thoughts. That's
shit.
right.
I can't
No
answer that,
snitching.
man.
No
But
snitching.
listen.
I can't answer that, man.
We got to talk about these settings.
Police.
We got to talk
Hold
about
on,
these.
I do have one question in regards to this game before we move on.
What's up?
What is the Black Baron damage control now?
Mm.
Because you know he's always got excuses.
That's why he ain't show up, probably.
He too
damn
busy
Russell
trying to-
Sweaty man. You can't listen to that motherfucker.
He damage controlling Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later then. Go
But
ahead.
yeah, I want to talk about
sweaty
these.
men in sexual positions, man. You got.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I want to talk about these combat settings and the overall settings. So Naughty Dog has over 60 settings in The Last of Us Part 2, right? Some of them are for like accessibility for people with disabilities, whether they're blind, I guess whether you're blind, you're deaf, any type of disability you have, like they worked with consultants and everything like that and came up with like 60 plus settings to make the game very accessible to everybody. The issue that I have with it is when you get to the combat settings or the combat accessibility. So regardless, you can pick your difficulty, but regardless of what difficulty you choose, you can also customize the combat. For example, you can stop enemies from flanking. So enemies flanking, you can turn that completely off. You can reduce enemies you can reduce enemy vision. You can reduce enemy accuracy. You can turn the dodge. Yeah, you can turn if they you can control if when you grab them, if they can break out of your grab knot. You can control if you go in prone, if they get close enough to you, they can see you. But you can turn that off as well. Like if you're in prone, they don't see you at all. Like no matter what.
At all. No matter what's going on.
At all.
Can I comment on this?
You can turn off
why
weapon sway if you want. So
What's up,
what's everybody's opinion on this? Because I think it goes a little bit too far.
Let me go on this first, because I got some concerns about this. One, I'm surprised that we have all of these. They put in more effort to make accessibility options over graphical options.
I knew it. I was
Imagine these 40 graphical options. But
Mhm.
that's not my biggest point. Smooth, I need you to apologize to everybody.
This is
But yes, it's his fault. They delayed this game and put in all these features because they probably saw tweets and images of Smooth stream. So they had to push the game back and make it more accessible for people like Smooth.
We gotta make it for special
So
needs.
I am blaming King Smooth for the delay.
By the way,
I need you to apologize to the people. Smooth.
Also, by the way, you can also enhance listen mode. You can set the strength, the distance, everything about listen mode.
You can
set it to pick up items.
Yeah, listen mode can pick up items now and how far away they are. Like it's
And
crazy.
give you a cue when you near it and pick it up for you. It's crazy.
Yo, they might as well
So it sounds like they
You
just
can make
want
the enemies blind.
You might as well-
They want everybody to beat the game. They want everybody to beat it. They want everybody to beat it.
At that point, yo.
This is
They want everybody to beat it.
This is kid smooth mode.
Oh, there's also aimbot. There's aimbot as well.
Oh, yeah, you can make it strong. You can make it super strong. Yeah.
That's Angry Joe mode.
Okay. Reviews about to be up instantly.
No wonder it got a 96.
This is my
problem. Yeah, no bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. That might have factored into it because them goddamn reviewers, you already know how they roll.
I don't.
They probably turned all that shit off.
And all the issues they had with the last game and said, "Fuck that."
You know what? They probably saw how many people didn't finish the last game, and they didn't want that issue.
I mean, did a lot of people not finish last?
I don't know. I did. I finished it twice.
Not finishing
It doesn't matter how good of a game you make. The majority of people that buy your game never finish it. Period.
This is my problem, though, right? With this specifically, okay. I don't like the fact. First of all, if you disable, you know what I mean, I ain't got no issue with that. I ain't got no issue with accessibility options. But first of all, if you disable, you can't even see the characters on screen, all this other shit. Why are you cranking up the difficulty of the game anyway, right? So why would you play it on the hardest difficulty and set everything to the easiest difficulty, right? The only people.
Can you get trophies by beating on the hardest difficulty, reducing it?
You don't even. That's the problem.
That's my thing, though, right? The only people that's gonna set it to the hardest difficulty and crank down everything is people exploiting the accessibility option. People that's not disabled, so they shouldn't be in certain difficulties off rip. That's my only issue.
And also, the thing is, like, certain games have things like this to a magnitude, but if you set it to the harder difficulty, it locks, right?
It disables you.
Yeah, it disables you. But this game, no, like, there's no lock. You can turn it up to survivor, and then nerf all the enemies. It's like, bro,
that's not cool.
It's dumb as hell.
They said the difficulty, the only thing that's gonna affect that you can't control the supplies.
And if they come out with difficult trophies later, it makes the trophies null and void. Like
they want to affect the platinum.
It's like, bro, nobody's gonna respect that, bro. What's the point of having difficulty if you're gonna do this? What's the point of having trophies if you're gonna do shit like this? You're devaluing what you didn't put out. It's
stupid. Jack care about trophies so much.
Bro, trophy's supposed to mean something, Tick.
Here's my thing.
They don't mean something,
dog. Nah, it does. Look,
I mean, you participated, baby. That's what they giving you.
Hey, Jack. I know Jack was heavy set when he was a kid, probably in elementary school. He ain't won a lot of awards, so
I'm smarter you. I definitely won more awards. But listen, check this out, right? There is an achievement. There is an achievement in the second Wolfenstein game, right? You have to play the entire game without dying to get this achievement, right? Imagine if they came out with an accessibility option to where you could play that game normally and get checkpoints in that mode, right? Wouldn't people just abuse that? Wouldn't that make that whole trophy irrelevant? You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense, bro. It makes no sense.
So I don't know how much pussy you get off a trophy.
Apologize for this delay yet?
By the way, real quick, so somebody hit me in my DMs and he told me that in update 1.02 that there's going to be a one life mode and grounded. I don't know how true that is, but he said
gonna be a what?
A one life mode. Like, you're going to have one life.
Hey,
they all patching grounded. They all patching grounded.
That's another problem I got with see Naughty Dog on that.
Well, I'm good with that damn shit.
No, I'm not. That's bullshit.
I mean, if it's if you get a a trophy.
So they make a trophy that you got to be MLG fucking god tier to get, or you can be smooth drooling on your controller. And
medium at, bro. Catching these strays, bro. Like what?
I'm just saying where the happy medium at, bro. Like how you gonna make it a fuck you mode and then make a mode if you want to enjoy the game with decent challenge? Fuck you too. It don't make no sense.
Well, smooth like that shit.
They're probably gonna make a separate set of trophies for that, just so that
the thing is,
like they did it before.
So you can either be mentally retarded and play the game, or you gotta be fucking in the phase clan to beat the shit. Like, bro, I don't get this. Bro.
The thing about
they did it with the first one. The grounded trophy was separated from the platinum.
All right, man.
Yeah, but like my thing about like trophies is, to me, for me, it's not the trophies itself; it's the challenge of getting them. Care about like the actual virtual trophy. Like, it's the fact that like I had to do something. I like the process.
Okay.
I like the process.
But BG, if somebody else turned off the options and they got them a different way, that doesn't really affect the way you did it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
But y'all use the same way though.
I don't even care about the trophies that much, but at the same time, for a difficulty option, I mean, damn, you should get a trophy for beating the motherfucker on the hardest difficulty. You know what I mean? But if you're going to get the same trophy, BG, that the other person got, but he turned the options off, I mean, that shit shouldn't bother you.
That's bullshit, though. But that's bullshit, though.
Yeah, what did y'all do
It's
in the
bullshit,
PlayStation 1
but
era?
who cares?
That's bullshit. Trophies are not meant for everybody. The reason trophies exist is because it's supposed to be some shit that everybody can't obtain, right? If everybody can obtain every trophy, why do they exist? They shouldn't.
Okay,
be
I
there.
see what you're saying.
Either
Because,
get
yeah,
rid of
if they
either actually make them mean something or get rid of them, right?
Like when you
Put a
look at
little
the
asterisk next to the ones that disabled, whatever. So it'll show like, yo, okay, I see the shit says a little asterisk on your joint. You ain't do it like me.
I mean, they did that shit with God of War too, man. All they gave you was a fucking shield and shit, man.
Put a little asterisk by. Okay, they got the trophy, but they yeah, I'm with that. I'm cool.
Corey funny as shit.
Is this baseball?
Hey, yeah, put an asterisk by. They did not complete the right way. Yeah,
That's right. Do it like how they do Barry Bonds joints. Yeah, he was on steroids when he did that.
Yeah, facts. I'm cool with that.
Hey, man.
yeah, like I think even when
that
you look
hasn't
at
been proven yet.
No, it hasn't. It ain't gonna never be proven because he ain't.
I was actually just watching a home run derby with Barry Bonds. Like his first
Man, listen.
Giants, he looks so tiny.
Yeah, he was smaller.
like
Yeah, but
yo,
he ain't
like
got size no more. You see the size of that man head? Pause.
Whoa.
Now, once he got on the juice, yeah, that man head got
What? He went full hat sizes. Full hat.
I ain't seen them lately.
He
I
wore a
don't
10
know.
hat. Fuck that. That shit crazy.
yeah, like yo,
All right, but aside from all of that, man, it's still a goat, so it don't matter, man. I can't wait till motherfucker.
Let them people play the game.
I'm still looking forward to the game. I'm
Wait.
still looking forward to the game.
I'm
And
gonna purchase that game digitally in hopes. Well, I know it's not gonna happen, but in hopes that that digital library, that game, and probably Ghost of Tsushima transfer over to the PlayStation 5.
of course, they got you, dog.
There's no such thing as of course with them. Don't
Top 100.
They got you, dog. They got you, bro.
No,
They
they
got
don't
you.
got
They
me.
got you, dog. I'm
No,
telling
they
you,
do
bro.
not. And it's not top 100. It's 35 games.
You
What are
saying
you talking about?
Here we
It's gonna be 35 games out of 100 games so far in the beginning. So no, stop.
It's top 100. Can you send me the information today?
Well, they said the majority of 4,000 afterwards. So
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, yeah, they're gonna have all of them gonna be backwards compatible.
Yeah,
but I'm
at
talking
some
about the
point in
ones that's
time.
gonna get the boosted mode. And
Yeah,
shit.
but
That's gonna be the top 100
that's
most played.
definitely getting a patch for PS5.
Yeah, no doubt
list
about
is
that.
subject to change at any given time at the whims of Mark Cerny. Just
Well,
make
I
sure you
mean, this
send
is this
those ears, man.
PlayStation. This greatness over here. I don't know what they do over there where you at.
What
but it's
greatness? You
over
gonna talk
here.
about? Well, we
Greatness
gonna get to
over here.
Thursday show or no?
right now, let's
I
get
mean,
to it.
what you need to
Let's
know
get
about
to it.
Thursday show, you got
We're gonna
goddamn
get to
Miles
Thursday
Morales
show
and
now.
goddamn Aloy. That's all you need to know about Thursday show. You got Miles Morales and Aloy. Ain't nobody fucking with that. Nothing fucking with that. There's nothing you can say that's fucking with that. Nobody on Nintendo fucking with that. Nobody on goddamn Xbox fucking with that. You got goddamn Miles Morales and goddamn Aloy. That's all.
Settle down,
We
OBJ.
talk about goddamn Thursday. Miles Morales and Aloy. That's it. That's all. That's all you need to say. That's it.
OBJ, breathe. We gonna have we gonna talk about this civilized.
It's over.
We gonna talk about this like civilized
It's
men.
over.
Everybody relax. We gonna talk about this like civilized gentlemen. All right?
They turned into an announcer.
Miles Morales and Aloy. That's as civilized as you can get.
Gentlemen. Okay, everybody
it.
relax, chill. Everybody chill. Everybody
So
chill.
he got an old game that's polished up a little bit with a black
Oh
character.
man, you gonna get him
And
going
then
again.
you say-
Excuse me? Excuse me?
So you said you got the
Excuse
Black
me?
Lives Matter Spider-Man, and right now this is what's going on right now. This
Jose,
is-
you one
got-
of them coons over there.
right
You a
now.
coon. You a coon. That's what you are. You a coon. You one of them coons and shit.
We don't go.
You goddamn coon.
Wait, time.
That's what you are.
Oh,
When
we
they
can't
get
chill.
your
All right,
ass,
all right,
that you
hold
got-
on. Let me set it up.
Coon. It's all good.
So when they get
Isaac
your ass,
Hayes,
you gotta pay for the
motherfucker.
game again. You gotta pay
Goddamn
$600-$700
coon.
just to play that game. So
Help
you just lined up. You just put your little
yourself.
Negro bucks up. You was ready with your little Negro
Oh,
bucks, right?
man.
You just ready, right? You
Man,
saved your whole stimulus check for this, right? You got your whole little stimulus check. You ready for this one, right? You out, right?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, hold on, time.
Go away, player.
Time. Let me set it up.
Hey,
Let me set it up. Give me the
stimulus check. You just ready for the end of the year, right?
Miles
You
Morales and Aloy, baby.
got your Black Lives Matter shirt on. You got your Miles Morales
I
mask
know.
on. And you got your Negro bucks
I
ready
know.
to go, right? You just ready.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah, buddy. Hey, look, hey, it's all good, man. And I want to support our blacks at Xbox over there too. I want to support them
you
niggas
good.
too.
You should,
know what I'm
'cause
saying?
they
Our blacks
actually
at
there.
Xbox.
They
Our blacks at
actually
Xbox.
there. If you actually
Our
look
black,
over there, you can actually see them.
Now let
Cornball
me ask
brothers,
you
all
where
of
they
them.
at Sony.
Cornball brothers.
Where they
Cornball
at
brothers.
Sony? Where they at
Cornball
Sony?
brothers. Cornball brothers.
Answer that question.
Hey,
Show me one.
hey,
one black
what games
face
y'all
there.
got over there? What games you got
No,
over there?
stop that. Don't
We
jump
got Miles
around. I want you
Morales,
to
we
get
got
right back
Aloy.
into it. Now
I gotta
show
turn
me
both of them
one
down.
black face there. Now you see how loud you want to be?
I gotta turn them down. I gotta turn. All right, time out. All right,
Yo, y'all not even doing this right now.
I have to turn both of y'all down. I'm gonna let you. I need y'all both to breathe. They still screaming even though they muted. I need y'all both to relax.
What the fuck?
I took them down. They still screaming. They can't even hear each other. They still screaming. They can't even hear each other. Yo.
BG, get
Yo, I muted. Yo, I turned both of them down. Yo, y'all both gotta relax. Yo, y'all gotta chill. Yo, bro, I turned them down. And yo, I've never seen two niggas muted and still screaming. This is incredible. Yo, y'all got to breathe. Yo.
This is crazy.
Yo, these niggas are powering through my mute. Like, yo, y'all done? Y'all breathing?
Wow, yo, that was crazy.
All right, listen. I'm gonna turn y'all back up. I need y'all to just relax. Let me set it up. I guarantee I'm gonna give y'all time. I'm gonna give y'all time. I promise you. All right, we good.
We might need to bring After Dark back.
Miles and Aloy, man. That's all I'm saying.
All right, listen. Let me. Okay. All right, let me bring this back. Okay, PlayStation 5 event. Here's what I want to do first. I just want to go around everybody and give your rating of the show out of 10. That's all I want. Don't tell me if nothing else. Just give me your rating, and then we go get into it. All right. Jack.
I don't have a numerical rating because people cry whenever I say something, but I will say they showed a lot of games.
He said he didn't care about your opinion. He wanted a numerical
Just give me a
rating.
number,
I don't
Jack.
have a numerical rating.
Then pass. Next.
All right, Bond. Did you watch?
7.
Okay, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 6.
All right, Smooth.
he did this. I'm sorry, he did the shit at Sharks.
Smooth.
I give it a 7.
All right, OBJ.
10, of course. Miles and Aloy. Miles and Aloy.
Tick.
Miles and Aloy. I don't know what else you can say. Fuck. Ain't nobody else show no shit like that. Who?
I need that mic you got, though.
Please bring that shit up. Let me know.
Tick.
I watched the Xbox event.
BJ.
I see whatever the fuck Nintendo had.
Shut up.
I ain't seen no goddamn Miles.
Down, man. Y'all loud for no reason. Sit your ass down, man.
Yo, OBJ,
Just give your answer and sit down, man. God damn, man. You want to be heard so bad, man. Just say your words and just sit down, man.
Yo, all crying. Yo, OBJ, relax.
Your mouth is just all loose, man. Just sit down and say your number and sit down.
It's not as loose from yours from sucking Phil's dick.
I got you.
Oh man, see that's how I know you was one of those funny style dudes, because you always worrying about somebody doing something. Listen, man, the knee pads is in your house because you definitely on your knees.
Oh man, all right, yo, they kick. See, I had to beat them again. Yo, OBJ, y'all got
All right, chill.
Y'all gotta chill. Oh, OBJ, you gotta chill.
Yo, Black Lives Matter, y'all. Black Lives Matter, y'all.
Yo, OBJ, relax. Dog.
OBJ, you got to breathe, bro. OBJ. Yo, OBJ, relax, bro. Yo, I've never seen people power. I muted them.
man.
What are other options? What are my other options?
Hit the mute button.
Bro, their volume is all the way down. Bro, okay, look, their volume is all the way down now. Let's wait. Let's just sit here. Listen, hold on. Bro, they realize they can't hear each other. They can't hear each other, but their icons are still flashing.
Yo, y'all not even edible right now.
I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just wait.
Yeah, chill.
I'm gonna turn them up slowly. I'm gonna turn them up slowly.
Yo, BG,
Oh my god!
I'm gonna just wait.
Yo, BG, the shot said they can still hear them though.
How I muted them? How they can still hear them?
That's what they said in the chat.
BG, you got kicked. You got kicked.
All right, let me. All right, let me. I probably gotta hit the. Yo, Jack, do I got a server mute? Jack, do I got a server?
Oh no, they said they can hear him. They should unmute him now.
Bro, but how are they still arguing even though they muted?
BG,
Yeah, you have to mute him. All right. Yo, y'all good? Yo, y'all good? Yo, y'all good?
Smack the shit out you. I smack the shit out you.
Yo, I'm gonna have to kick OBJ out, bro. Like, this man needed chill.
I had
Lord have mercy.
Hey, did you mute them in the thing?
You muted them in Discord.
Yeah, I did, but did you do it?
Hold on. All right, hold on.
Well, my rating, if you can hear my rating was a 7. Jesus, I was waiting my turn.
I muted both of them. They literally can't even hear each other anymore.
Yo.
Yeah, my rating was a 7.
This is too funny.
All right, listen. I'm gonna just count to 10. They just need to breathe. OBJ gets a little bit out there sometimes. Okay, now I'm gonna.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna unmute. I'm gonna unmute both of them.
It's still going.
I'm gonna unmute both of them.
My god.
I'm going to unmute both of them. I'm gonna turn OBJ up slowly.
Fucking pussy, you fucking soft as pudding, you bitch.
Oh my god!
Come on, put the camera on. Put your camera on. Look at you. You're all soft and shit.
Yo, can y'all relax? Can y'all relax now?
Oh my god.
Pudding
Hey,
ass
BG,
nigga.
podcast, man. Let me
Pudding
know.
ass nigga.
Let him go and get it
Pudding
out.
ass motherfucker.
Bro, OBJ, I'm cool with you, bro, but I'm gonna have to kick you out, dog.
You think this is?
OBJ.
Kick me out. That nigga started this shit.
You gotta chill.
Camera on.
Hey, BG, let him get their shit off, y'all.
Let him put his camera on.
They good.
Nigga, what the fuck you want to see me for? You bitch ass nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga?
Relax.
If you want to see my face,
Yo,
for it,
it's
nigga, is you a
games,
faggot?
bro. It's games.
All that.
You a
Now
pussy?
put the camera on.
We good.
Yo, you a pussy, nigga?
Yo.
What is you, nigga? Is you my bitch?
No. Yo.
All right. I got no choice.
No, put your face on.
They're not good, my nigga. They still arguing.
They gonna be good. You gotta get they
Bro, I'm like 5 seconds away
y'all
from
wanna
kicking
talk
them.
about these games, bro?
I'm like 5 seconds
Let's
away,
talk about
bro.
these games real quick, though. Then y'all can get, you know what I mean?
Can we talk about games now?
Right.
Y'all good?
Come on, man. Black Lives Matter.
Y'all good?
I'm good.
Okay, can we talk about games now? Yo, y'all gotta remember, it's games. OBJ, come on, dog.
Yeah, that nigga's a homo. Fuck that.
Come on.
Okay, but you the girl that can't put a camera on.
Oh my god, bro.
Come see that? I don't like this internet shit.
If you put the camera on, then maybe we can have a decent conversation. I can actually come see you.
Smack the shit out your dumb
You
ass.
won't do nothing.
See, I
You should have left him there, man. Come on.
I can't, bro. I can't. Listen, he got to listen. OBJ is the homie, but he got to chill, bro. He got to chill.
He's going left too quick.
Let him cool off, and then
that's what I'm. Yo, listen, I'm all about. Listen, if y'all want to argue about games, that's cool. But like, yo, he be wilding sometimes. He just got to chill a little bit.
All he had to do was turn his camera on. That's all. That's all I was asking.
But yeah, back to my rating was a 7 on the conference. That's what y'all was talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, BG, you realize when you were turning them down, they can still hear each other. It's just you can't hear them anymore.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah, that's how.
That's why they were still arguing.
We were saying each other like crazy.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know it worked like that.
Down.
Wow. Okay.
My joint is.
I was saying they can still hear him.
Mine is an 8.
Yo, hit that like button.
Hey, yo, y'all could at least hit the like button. That's a fact, man. Like,
y'all gotta add this episode to your favorites, dog. This was hilarious.
Listen,
hear what was going on,
when you come back, I need to know what mic you got. I need that mic.
After you kick somebody, can they just come back in on their own, or I gotta invite them again or something?
I think you gotta invite them.
You kicked him out the Discord?
No, I hit kick. Like I right clicked on his name and hit kick. I don't know if I kicked him out the Discord. I don't know.
Kick, he can come back. If you ban him, he gotta reinvite him.
I think let me go see, dog.
Oh yeah, I might have kicked him out the Discord. Let me see. I don't know.
I'm saying. I think you gotta reinvite him. Yeah, I think so.
All right, let me check real quick, and then because I was
so funny. I hate that nigga. I want you to come down here so I can slap the shit out you. That was so funny to me.
That was crazy, dog.
Listen, bro. Listen, y'all know I'm all about the shits, but like, bro, we could at least gotta have a conversation.
What it was is, when you call somebody a coon, you got to understand exactly what you're saying, right? So at the same time, okay, that's how you feel, but say it in my eyes. Put your camera on. That's all I'm saying. Be a man about it. Stand behind your words. Be a man about it. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, but he ain't got no problem getting on camera. He just probably didn't feel like doing it.
Well, he showed me he had a problem with doing it.
Nah, he be getting on camera though.
Well, then he need to get on. He need to get on camera then. He need to, if he gonna address me, he said he gonna do this, that, and the third. I got no problem with doing that. That part, we can do that part too. We can do that. We can talk games. Now, if you want to threaten me personally, we can do that part too.
No,
I'm
y'all
about
need to
all of
chill
that stuff.
Nah, not over no damn Xbox.
No, we
and
damn sure
PlayStation.
not. But at the same time, I respect every man as a man, right? So you want to stand on that square that just smack this, that, and the third, then you gonna have to prove that to me. I'm from the prove me state. You're gonna prove it to me. So he's not gonna do that. So you can't put your camera on. Listen, my score is at 8. At the same time, he gonna have to prove that to me. Now, those words that he got, he gonna have to live by those words. Because this world is really small.
Well,
all right. Like I said, I'm down.
You invited him back?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna come back, but I invited him back. Listen, I'm all down for dudes arguing. Like, you know, you can argue, but y'all like, you know, at least keep it on the game for a little bit. It was going a little bit too long.
I do apologize for doing that on your show, sir.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not your fault. OBJ be ready to go off on anybody if they say something like remotely bad about PlayStation. And it gets
different. Thing is different. He gonna have to see me. That man must see me now.
Nah, y'all gotta chill. But he should come to his side though. But y'all need to chill. It ain't that serious, man. It's just a damn fucking concert.
Oh man.
All right.
Y'all talking about a mini fridge and a router. Chill.
Hey OBJ, if you listening, get back in here, bro.
Now, I'm not talking about a mini fridge and a router. I'm talking about him calling me a coon. So you're gonna address me as a man. I'm gonna talk to you as a man. I see you. You said you're gonna smack me. I'm gonna see you. That's all.
But anyway, listen,
conversation closed. We can talk about games now.
I gave OBJ back the invite, so it's up to him if he wants to come back. But like I said, I let them. Y'all see, I let them go for a while. I let them go for like 10 minutes. And like 10, we can't sit here forever. We have like mad other topics to talk about. I can't sit here forever. So anybody talk about like, oh, let them go, bro. I let people go. Y'all know I let people argue on here, but bro, we got to get out of here at some point. So I can't let them go forever. So, you know, it is what it is. But okay, everybody gave their rating. I give the show a 7.5. And let's go into some of the stuff that we saw. So I want to touch on the PlayStation 5 first. The design. We saw the design. The memes were there. What do y'all think about the way it's designed though? And the fact that it has a physical one with a disc tray and one without, the digital one.
I don't like the disc tray version, and it looks weird. But what I noticed in all black, it does look like a PS3. But what I want to know is when you sit it down, it doesn't look balanced.
You got to stand.
Yeah, you got to sit on that disc.
You got to put
yeah, it's like a bubble that it sits on. It seems dangerous a little bit to me. I don't know.
When you put it on the stand, it's lifting up off the floor so you can have that airflow at the bottom.
Yeah, but it looks, I don't know. It seems weird when you sit it flat though. Like it's not supposed to be set.
Yeah, it
flat.
looked like completely awkward. Like
yeah,
both those consoles just seem like they just need to stand up.
Yeah, they both look like you should stand them up. Which with the PlayStation, anytime you stand it up, it's like you run that risk of hitting the table or something.
Well, I think it's going to be on the outside of your entertainment system as tall as
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
that's dumb tall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it
hearing it's
looks
pretty big. Yeah,
it looks beautiful to me. I knew aesthetically that it was going to come in looking better than the X, right? Just by how Sony's designs have always been. I've always thought they had a very visual pleasing eye when it came to designing their consoles. Always made them look slick. Like even the PlayStation 4, yeah, if you had the X and you put it on a slant, you have the PlayStation 4 and you put some nice lines to it, right? So their design team always came in a notch above everybody else. And I knew it was going to do that this way with the new system. But the discless one, I really think that's going to be the one that's going to sell. I think that's going to have the double SSD size as far as memory size in the
That
system.
would make sense. But what about people who got disc? I don't think they'll just switch over like that.
Yeah, I'm keeping disc, man. I need that disc.
I don't think that the digital one will sell more than the physical one. You think so?
It looked better.
It does look better. I agree. It looks better.
I don't think it'll sell more than them. I think it'll be the top seller like in certain regions. But for our regions, like for us that have high speed internet and stuff like that, that have a good up speed and good down speed, that'll be a viable option for us. For individuals that have poor internet speeds in different parts of the country, I think that this one will sell more for them.
Yeah, that the regular PS4 look pregnant pretty much, but
yeah,
and it's it doesn't look as good as the digital one. As far as like the design goes, but yeah, I gotta go with the one with the tray with the disc tray, because like I just don't trust Sony completely with just only buying digital games because of their refund policy, because there's no digital trade-ins or anything like that, and like things could go wrong, like if you don't have no internet for some reason. Yeah, you stuck. So I think like that could be an issue. I think the pricing though is going to be $399 and then $499 on these two.
I agree.
I don't think there's going to be a price difference between them, or if there's going to be one, it's not going to be that big. Trust me.
One's gonna be $5.99, other one $4.99.
One's gonna be five. They both gonna be $5.99.
I think it's gonna be a price difference.
Nah, it's gonna be a price difference for the optical drive. One got a 4K DVD, 4K Blu-ray drive in it. It's gonna be
if it
about
wasn't gonna be a price difference, they wouldn't have made two different SKUs.
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna be a price difference.
Yeah, I don't know how much Blu-rays are going for now, but there's definitely going to be a difference with one machine that has one and one doesn't.
One has a Blu-ray player, and one literally just plays the 4K content.
Yeah, but the SSD I guarantee costs more than that damn Bluray player.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, but you got both. One has both, and one doesn't.
Yeah, but one is supposed to have a bigger one.
Right.
I don't think, I'm wondering if what he said is going to be. It does make sense that the digital one will have a bigger hard drive, but I'm sure that option might come to the optical drive version too. Though I don't see them giving you an optical drive and saying you need enough storage. I think they both might have it. They both might have a 2K or 2 terabyte and a 1 terabyte. I hope that's the outcome.
Oh no! It's already been said that the first one, the one that they showed, is going to have a 800 and what is it, 60 something?
Oh Lord, why would they do that?
Yeah. So
remember that was a part of the original reveal, though.
I know. But I thought it was going to be two versions of both. One is a 2 and one is a 1 because there already are people like Hyper xCloud displaying SSDs for the PS5. I'm like, how do they already know? External ones. I'm like, why are they giving you? So that is why. That explains why. Okay.
Yeah. Yo, I see people talking about a 2 terabyte SSD. Is that a thing? Because like, if you're expecting to be $499 with an SSD at 2 terabytes, that's wild to me.
Well, I don't even think it's going to be 2 terabytes. It's going to be like 165.
1.65. Yeah.
I thought it was 825.
That's
just double.
Nah, they said it's 1.65 and then 8 something. Yeah.
Yo, cause that's
I mean, 800 or something.
Yeah. I mean, these are some real premium SSDs though.
And are they NVMe's?
No.
Yeah.
No,
I thought they were.
are they?
I thought they were.
If they're NVMe,
Wait,
like the cheapest one at my job is $240 on sale, $75 off for a 2 terabyte.
No, wait, no.
I'm looking it up right now.
There's a certain specification that they have to have in order to have the speed, because they don't want you to put a drive in that's
It
not
says
comparable.
PlayStation. It says play on WWCF Tech. Says
Right.
PlayStation 5 has a regular NVMe SSD slot for expansions.
Y'all expect this thing to be $300,
Yeah.
$400 and $500 with that? Hey, y'all tweaking. Hey, hold on.
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
think,
y'all
it's
really
gonna, I don't think
thinking
any
this
of them is
thing
going to be $400.
I think they just gonna take a little loss.
Y'all pay $800, bro.
They're gonna
Y'all
take a
tweaking.
little.
They gonna take a
Y'all
little
paying
loss, bro.
$800 and $700 for them consoles.
I think it's
Tech, you
$600.
bugging. Stop talking.
Yeah, I think it's $600.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yo,
don't talk that into existence, bro. Because if they do that, that's not gonna be cool. So let's just
Hey,
chill.
well, look here. Hey, I pay 15 plus for my PC. I don't got a problem paying $700 for a console. That's just me.
Yeah,
That's just me.
That's the consumers, though. You got to think
man,
about.
Hey, you want to play it? You gonna pay it? That's how it works.
Yeah, but you got to think about how that mass market number. They already knew that they took that big hit when they did that with the PlayStation 3. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I don't think they ever want to revisit that type of timeline. That's why everything here has been some weird type of budget cutting type of thing, like the SSD not being 1 terabit, being 800 and some odd megabits or gigs. And then, just like little things looks like it's cost effective in trying to get that dial up. Like they showed you the headset. They also showed you different things that you're going to be purchasing going all the way through to make up some of the money that they're going to lose on the recoup. I don't see it being that high, but I see it being $599 though. And I know they're going to have to push that margin towards Microsoft, because Microsoft either is going to have to meet them or come under. And it costs $480 something to make the thing.
Well, I just to let you know, I'm looking at it now. It says it's a M2 card using an NVMe protocol, but it's not. It's custom made, so it's along the line of the NVMe, but it's not. It's custom.
Man, still, even just looking like at a regular Saturn,
meaning it could be more or less.
Like a Samsung 860 Evo 2 terabyte is $299. That's a huge hit they taking, dog.
That is a huge hit. If this is, well, we gotta see what they're gonna sell it for first.
Yeah, and they talked about the controller, but we already knew the details of the controller. We saw the memes, all the memes of the PS5. Those were funny. We obviously didn't get a price, but we just speculated on it just now, and we just know it comes out this holiday. And so there was a list of the games they showed and the FPS that people think it's going to run at. I think it was based on something Digital Foundry said, a bunch of stuff Digital Foundry said. So here's what they said. So they said Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart 30 frames, Stray 30 frames, Returnal 30, Kena Bridge of Spirits 30, Demon Souls is going to be 30 but may offer 60 frame mode, Destruction Allstars 30, Horizon 30, Oddworld 30, Gran Turismo 7 60, all the Gran Turismo games always been 60, Sackboy 60, Godfall 60, Astro Playroom 60, and Resident Evil Village a possible 60. They didn't name everything, all the other games, but this looks pretty legit to me. Like, I still think most of these games are going to be 30 frames, man.
Deathloop 60, that's confirmed.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, Spider-Man, I feel like that's Spider-Man. I could see that being unlocked, maybe. I could see that maybe being unlocked. But
probably unlocked. That it'd just be at that point. If it's still like the original code and it's just enhancements, the PlayStation should be able to push that to 60. Is the first game unlocked?
No.
No, it's 30.
So yeah, listen, if y'all were looking for jumps, like as far as frame rate, like these developers, listen, even Sony first party, a lot of their games, at least the launch games or their first games, they're still gonna prioritize visual fidelity over frame rate.
And you heard us having a conversation in the Press Start Discord earlier about this.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was like, if you want performance, unfortunately, it just seems you gotta get a PC if you want.
Nah, you gotta get an Xbox Series X.
Yeah, with dynamic resolution. But
You want 60 or not?
What was that?
What the hell?
Go ahead, get him, man. Get him.
You turning to Missy Elliott? Fabulous or whatever?
Yeah.
So all that talk people was talking about, PlayStation's gonna rival gaming high-end PCs. Now we're back to this. We're back on. Let me say this.
Yeah, that
PC
SSD
is
was
king.
magic.
PC is king. Console is queen. It hasn't changed. All right.
My thing about this whole situation is though, right?
Yeah.
And I know y'all gonna say damage control. The stream was at 1080p, 30 frames per second. A lot of it said pre-alpha footage, not finalized.
That's true. I give you that. That's
I
true.
don't even think a lot of shit with the system don't even seem like it's finalized yet. I would say let's just wait and see. That's
Well,
what
yeah, but
You know what?
Jack,
That's
my
true
only
what
thing
you just
about
said.
that, my only thing
I
about
heard,
that,
I heard
Jack,
my
though,
magic word. You
when
guys
they-
done?
Wait, I just want to just give a counter to what Jack said. Usually when games are on like alpha early stages, they usually typically what? Oversell, right? Because remember, the dev kits are much more powerful than the actual final console.
They are.
And you would, at that point, if you're showing an early look or in development,
it would be a higher frame rate.
Yeah, you showing like the highest.
But the stream was capped at 30 though.
Yeah, but and you would think Digital Foundry is smart enough to know that, and that they was able to.
They said that. They said that.
Yeah.
They said that. They said that the final code is subject to change.
They're assuming what I mean. I assume Ratchet and Clank and Horizon. I expect all this shit to be 30 frames. I do expect that.
I expect Ratchet to be 60 though. Like
no,
I mean,
they said they expect 30.
The way it looked graphically, dog. I don't know.
It looked
that should look crazy when you look at it. But that shit look.
People sleep on how like visually insane Ratchet and Clank is.
Yeah. Ratchet and Stank.
I think that was the best looking thing that they had there, to be honest with me.
You gotta look at them direct feed screenshots, yo.
That looks crazy. That looks absolutely insane. But we're gonna get true 4K from Sony right now. We weren't getting true 4K from the PlayStation 4 Pro, right? So a lot of times they were checkerboarding going up. So now we're gonna get true 4K, right? And that takes up a lot of processing power.
Oh, that's already debunked, King.
What?
Yeah, you're not getting.
Yeah, do we get 1512p on certain games? 1792p games.
You're not getting true anything on consoles. You're getting compromised to whatever the developers will give you.
Checkerboard, all that good stuff.
Not everything.
Some of the games that they already screened on Digital Foundry, they had like dynamic resolution of 1512p and 1792p. I forgot on which games, but there were like 3 games that were all under 4K.
Yeah.
So is that SSD really worth it then?
It wasn't.
Like, I mean,
SSD does what it does. Loading the games fast. That's what SSD does. I don't know why these weirdo console dudes was out here thinking that was going to make games run better and faster.
It do change some shit.
I'm not saying an SSD itself is it worth it. We know PC owners, we know that SSD is worth it in load times and stuff like that. What I'm saying is they have a proprietary SSD, right? It seemed like they put in a lot behind it, and I believe that takes up a lot of financial assets that's going into when you putting this console together, right?
That killer game looks so good. I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah, those games do look really good. So is it going to be now art direction versus resolution? You know, what is it going to be now? Again, we had back at a compromising spot. That kind of, you just kind of took the wind out of my sails right there, because I'm thinking at least we're gonna have 4K 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was gonna be it.
It doesn't matter how strong a console is. You are limited to the vision of whoever's making it on it.
That is awesome.
So yes, you're gonna see 30 frames per second games.
People should have known that with them talking about ray tracing and all that, but
I don't know where the expectation of like I don't know where it came from.
PC, they want to take PC out.
Bro, we still don't have. It's still games that ain't 1080p 60 now. So where the fuck we getting native 4K? Like, come on, bro. Certain games, yeah, but I didn't expect it. I'm not
like you might see those Microsoft style games 4K 60. And
I see a lot of games that's gonna be 4K 60 on Microsoft.
It's gonna be.
You got a lot of 4K 30 on Microsoft now. So.
Let them know what I mean by these Microsoft type games that run 4K 60.
I know what you're talking about.
You talking about the groundeds of the world?
Yeah, but we saw a lot of that from that PlayStation show. So they equally have strawberries all over the place.
Yeah, they had a couple of Game Pass fighter games at different PlayStation.
Yeah, we're at that point now. So all I want to do, I want PlayStation now to equal in service what Game Pass is. That's all I'm asking for, because I was very interested in a lot of those games. That I want to play a ton of those games. If I could play all of those games, and you're telling me at least 85% of those games will be inside of PlayStation Now, date and date when they come out, and I have a service, I will give you my $15 a month.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that's what I was thinking when I saw those games. I said, this look like they might try that. It had that vibe to it. It had that vibe to it.
Please,
who the fuck getting PlayStation that'll play Bugsnax? Come on, man.
But Jack, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. But Jack, are you gonna buy? That's what I'm saying. But are you gonna go buy the game?
I wouldn't play it for free.
Jack, you gonna buy that game? That's your kind of game.
That's the only way. That's the only way anyone's gonna play that game, dog. At least 3 of those games that they showed, I think that's the only way someone's gonna play it.
Moving out, and Overcooked ain't much different from Bugsnax.
Moving Out and Overcooked are good games, sir. You would know that if your little short ass played them.
Why you gotta
so Jack,
I'm on your ass, boy. Yeah.
So Jack, let me ask you a question real quick. I just want to hear from you. So, are you okay with the resolutions that the PS5 is looking to offer?
I don't know the final rep. When they come out with the final build, I'll let you know.
That is a great answer.
Yeah, so far, I'm not upset about it. I already said, bro. I'm on record. When I looked at the videos back, this shit was not like I did not expect a huge graphical leap from this next gen. That's why they talking so much about the SSDs and shit like that. We talking about load times, the way games are developed, and just the way they developed and they actually run in the background. So I wasn't expecting no crazy fucking graphical leap, yo. Yeah, I ain't tripping off this shit.
Well, see, but a lot of people do. Like, going from generation to generation, it's different now. Like before, when we went from Super NES to, like PlayStation, stuff like that, we were seeing generational leaps. Like, oh my God, like this is crazy. This is why I need to have this. And then when the Xbox show came up and they showed some stuff and they was like, yo, it don't look any much different than what the hell we got here. It's now, how are you going to explain and show the difference between this gen and next gen? It has to be with the feel of the games, how 60 frames feel, or how that 30 feel with smoother animation, how certain things feel with the controller, input lag and stuff like that, where it interacts with your television. There's going to be a feel type of thing. Our visuals now are very high. I play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I know you PC dudes that play it on PC be like, shut up. I'm playing it on 120 frames per second, real 4K. I feel that. But for X,
hold up, on Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
On PC.
Yeah, what you running on?
Well, no. I'm playing it on my X. I'm playing my Odyssey on my X.
Oh, I thought you were running an Ubisoft game at 120. I was like, damn.
No, I'm talking about, PC dudes. A lot of you guys, like I hear from my cousin all the time, Destiny on PC. And I played it before I beta tested. I did all that other stuff. And I know what it is, but I have a certain group that I play with on my Xbox, right? Yeah. So, or if I go to my PlayStation, I play my one-player games over there. I do my thing over there and switch it when I'm on the go.
Well,
but
I understand what you're saying, but if all my friends are dating fat bitches, that doesn't mean I'm
here we go.
No, I tell you, you're a complete elitist, right? I have
I'm not elitist. See,
but you're a PC elitist. You gotta be.
Here's the problem I have with the world.
Right.
When a female has standards, she gets praised. But when a man has standards, when a man don't want to fuck a fat bitch, why can't you just like her
you don't really like big girls, do you?
I like fucking fat bitch.
Bitch better be in the gym.
Bond calls everything negative in gaming, fat chicks.
I'm just saying.
All right,
as men, we can have standards, and 30 frames per second should have been ended this generation. It should have ended with PS4 and Xbox One.
Yes.
We should not be going into a nut. Bro,
would you take 1080p 60?
Yes.
That's
anything less than 60 is unplayable.
I think they could do like 1440p or 1800p.
Yeah.
Both these guys should be able to hit that standard.
All right.
1800p is completely fine to me.
Yeah, 1800p 60 upscale. Yeah.
How long do you think these consoles will be on the market? How many years? 5, 6, 7?
They said 5 to 7.
Now, BG, could you imagine it is 2026, 2027, and you're playing a 30 frame per second game?
Oh man!
Could you imagine?
HDMI 2.0?
That's a little bit yikes.
240 hertz TV.
that's a little bit yikes. Yeah.
Could you imagine it's the year 2025 and there's still such thing as 30 and people are still talking about, but I like the cinematic frame. Man.
Now, yo, chat, just to let y'all know that this man makes references about these high-end frame rates and these fat chicks, but keep in mind, Bond's probably gonna end up with a fat chick because he still plays Nintendo Switch games.
No, I'm good.
Keep the hope alive, people.
All my homeboys was like Bond, and they all like married to fat girls now.
Yeah, because they didn't keep up with themselves and they had to settle. Bottom line is this.
This is stupid, dude.
Realistically, we should be expecting more than 60. 60 is the bare minimum. And I don't even think that's a lot to be asking for.
Yeah, but if you want 60, you got to go to console. I mean, PC. That's what I told y'all that before.
Yeah.
That's what Ubisoft said.
That was what we had the conversation about. We was like, yo, if you want that, you got to get a PC. Console,
you got to go to PC.
For
I
casuals,
I do think the Xbox is probably going to have more native first-party 4K
you know what's
60
crazy,
games,
though?
but
You know what's crazy?
Look at that.
You know what's crazy? If these devs came out and said we're proprietary, we put in frame rate first, visual fidelity second, people would be fucking outraged. I'm not buying no new system to play worse. Like people would be fucking livid.
I'm not so sure, only because of Fortnite. PUBG looks better. Fortnite runs better.
It does.
Yo,
but,
let me ask you. Go ahead.
People buying fucking $2,000 OLED TV. They don't give.
Now, Bond, let me ask you a question. Do you think if console games were at 60 frame minimum, right? Do you think that would affect them bringing these games to PC? And I'm talking about the non-exclusives, of course.
Why would they affect them?
Yeah,
I'm asking because PC can go past 60 frames, but do you think game developers don't bother because they can just bring it out on PC? That's what I'm asking.
I don't really understand that question.
No, what he's saying is, okay, they don't bother trying to hit 60 because they know when they bring it over to PC, they can hit 120. Is no big thing. So they're doing it at 30.
Get people to double dip and just two different audiences.
Yeah. Or for those select few that want that high enthusiast frame rate. I'm thinking that might be what it is.
Hell, Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out 3 straight generations, 2 straight generations.
We talked about that. And it's probably not going to have any improvements.
And what is that game frame rate going to be? Like, it's going to be on 3.
Exactly.
Bro,
it probably won't have an improvement.
Could you imagine a game coming out on 3 different generations and being the same frame rate? That would be crazy.
I think it's definitely going to do that.
Because they're going to give it the PC
graphics. They're going to be 60 frames, bro. So
dynamic.
Well, figure it out. I'm not buying it again.
Gears right now is on the Series X is already native 4K Ultra 60. And they shooting 420 frames.
They are shooting 420.
Let's get it. So Xbox gonna be fine.
I ain't gonna lie, they damn sure all talking.
They first party still got to show up. But
if what is being reported is true, and I hope it's not, I hope Microsoft stops Sony into the finest wine.
Bruh, Bond, I'll one up you, right? I know you try and catch it. I know you trying to catch this Xbox One. I'm still thinking about that one. If my prediction turns out to be right, that this fall that Xbox has more games at 60 plus frames than the PS5, I will probably send you a Series X.
You should send it to me anyway because I'll come on your show. But Swoop,
why would you want that though?
But Swoop, why?
Because bragging rights. I just want to say,
Swoop, you have the power to make the Xbox better. Literally, all you have to say is that the Xbox will be trash, PlayStation will dominate it. Because we know, barring like Klay Thompson getting hurt, KD getting hurt, you're always wrong.
Wow. All right, so you're discounting the whole new development studios that they purchased, right? You're discounting that whole thought of what they're going to show, how they're going to show, and when they're going to show it.
I mean, until I start making games, yes.
Right. Okay. So what you're going on is the track record, right? Of Sony, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Track record never says give me 60.
All right. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the games in general because
they're gonna be good. I don't doubt that.
Okay. But see, there's an opinion, right, that Sony is the same Sony. That's a whole different regime.
Bro, they just dropped they literally just dropped a 96 on Metacritic. What are you talking about?
No. That's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that game. That game was in development when they had the same old regime in.
He's talking
game
about
was
all
gonna
like
come
the
out.
executive changes and stuff
Right.
like that. He's talking about that.
Right.
That might. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but you know,
Even
It
if they
changes a lot when
even if
you
they
have a
sl-
different. Go ahead,
even if they slipped a bit, they'd still be well beyond the competition. They would have to not only slip far, but Microsoft would then have to move up.
They would have to slip the same way they slipped with the PlayStation 3 when the 360 was on them, right?
And even then, PlayStation still beat them.
At the end, right?
Yeah.
Because
So
of
it
the
would have to-
philosophy change when
It
who
would
was in
have to
charge.
be. It would have to be a bigger jump than that.
They
Right.
need talent. They need talented developers.
So I want to get into each game. I want to start touching on each game. So the event, I think it was reported they had 3 million people watching live, and it had 16 million views in one day. It was reported
That's
as the
crazy.
most.
On YouTube.
This is just YouTube. It was reported as the most watched gaming event on YouTube ever. Not not the most watched event, but most watched gaming event ever on YouTube. So the first thing, I think I have these. No, I don't have all of these in chronological order, but some of them I do. So the first thing was we saw Grand Theft Auto 5. It's going to be free on PlayStation Plus at launch with the PS5. I mean, I think it's a smart move because it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus. Listen, I think there's still some suckers out there that will just get it for like even Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's something that everybody could play, especially since Sony lacks any like real first party multiplayer game. People know they can get on there and everybody can get Grand Theft Auto 5 for free. It's a smart move to say the least, but I'm not excited to play Grand Theft Auto again.
No, not.
I won't be doing it. I won't be bothering.
Yeah. Okay. After that, we saw Spider-Man Miles Morales. There was a little bit confusion about it, what exactly
Is
this was.
this a game or a DLC?
It's a standalone game. They confirmed it's a standalone game, like Lost Legacy or Infamous First Light. So, thoughts on this?
So
hold on, I need you to explain what that means.
It's its own story. It's a game.
So is this like is this like a smaller than a full title game?
Yeah, it's not gonna be a full game.
It's smaller.
It's like Lost Legacy.
Probably be 6 to 8 hours.
It's like if Spider-Man PS4 was like 20 hours, this might be like maybe 12, maybe something like that.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Now I need to ask another question. If it spoils, then it spoils. Did Peter Parker die at the end of the PlayStation 4 game?
No,
he did not.
No.
So this isn't going the way the comics is going.
This is not Spider-Man 2 game.
Found out at the end of the story that
We actually, Bon, we don't know what happened to him in this story.
Peter definitely died in Spider-Man.
We can talk about what happened at the end of Spider-Man PS4. It's been 3 years,
Yeah,
so
but we don't know. In the Miles Morales one, you hear him narrating, so we don't know if he's actually.
I don't think he's
dead, but it seemed like he's not around. Though.
Yeah.
It does seem like he's not
not
around.
a standalone game, yo.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even make sense.
well, it's probably just his journey, because at the end.
No, he's not dead
saw
because he's
Peter,
gonna fight Venom.
Why-
He's gonna fight Venom in the next one.
Why
He's
would
got to
he die?
be dead because why would he be there with
He's
Peter
not
Parker?
dead.
He's not dead because they made references to him
Bro,
fighting
he
Venom
was
in the
dead.
next one.
Hold on. This is why this don't make sense. Why we were talking about this, right? If he was dead, this would be Spider-Man 2, right?
Right.
It's not in the beginning of the game.
Oh, I think it's a prequel.
Exactly.
Like I think Spider-Man 2, he's gonna die, and then that's when Miles. And
Maybe.
then it becomes what game is that we about to get.
yeah,
maybe.
but he's not dead right now in Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's not dead right now, but I mean in the Miles Morales game.
They're not killing him in the video games. I'm sorry.
They might. I think they
They
might.
might. It's
I
looking
think in
like
the
they
second or
might.
third one he might die, yo.
That
They
stuff touched
look like
on
they're
a
trying
lot
to
of
say.
stuff.
They like they're trying to say Venom might kill him.
I think in Spider-Man, because like they said, this isn't Spider-Man 2. This is this is Spider-Man 2 1.5 where you get to play as Miles Morales, right? I think it's Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Peter Parker might get clapped, and then
Was Miles in the first game?
Yes.
Yes.
But you
He got
didn't
his powers in the first one.
Yeah, but you didn't play as him as Spider-Man. You played as him as just Miles Morales.
Yeah.
So I think you
And
play
then he
as
got his
both.
powers at the end, and then you both saw each other at the end with the powers. Like
Yeah,
Just
I think.
superhero games.
Yeah,
I got a question. Did they unveil the new Batman one yet?
No,
Of course not. Of course
they keep
not.
talking about it, but we haven't seen nothing.
So
they up the scale.
here's the logical continuation to where Batman is. They should not be making prequels. Batman Arkham is done. I feel like if they made a Batman Beyond one, they could expand and give so many more gameplay options, suit options, abilities, and everything. If they just had you play as McGinnis.
Hey, man. Who knows?
Why would they not make that game? You could get like a cross between Batman and Iron Man.
I don't know. I'm honestly tired of even talking about that
They done been making the game so long now this fucking studio for sale. Like, come on, bro.
They're for sale right now.
This shit is crazy.
We definitely gonna get a story behind why this game took so long. It's turmoil or something like that. It's something going on, bro. This is not natural development like cycle to take this long.
Years,
Not for a game of that magnitude that had that much success.
Yeah.
Smooth about to make a video about Microsoft's going to be acquiring them.
Nah, because they're not for sale by themselves. It's the entire freaking
WB, right?
Yeah, and it's not worth that much because all those licenses.
You don't get the IP?
Yeah, no, you don't.
I think the IP reverts back to DC.
Oh wow!
It would be like paying $4 billion for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's trash.
I'm not sure.
Or $2 billion for Skype. And
Oh my God.
And $2.5 billion for Mojang.
They made that money back.
They made money way back.
And 250 million for Rare.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, Sea of Thieves definitely paid for itself. So
no, it did not.
10 million players a month.
Rare cost 250 million in the GameCube era.
10 million players a month.
What are they doing on that game still, yo? There's nothing to do on there.
There was an expansion, I think.
Listen, I don't play the game, but I know that they released a whole bunch of content to it. When I did play the game, literally all me and Brad and the rest of us did on the ship. I mean, we got to Ireland, did something. I don't know what we was doing, but all we was doing was just getting drunk and laughing and just doing stuff. It was just a fun time or whatever. It wasn't my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. But there's a ton of people that sit there and that play that game, and it's a lot of DLC and there's a lot of stuff being released every month.
Well, the streams that I watch, they actually PvP in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that mode.
Right. Let me put this into perspective. How much Microsoft paid for Rare? Do you know how much 250 million was back in 2002?
Could have bought a sports team for that shit.
$4.4 billion today.
Damn.
It was worth it.
No, I'm done.
No, I mean, they're absolutely worth it if you get an IP and you get IPs made.
But they didn't make any IPs. They didn't make a Jet
they
Force
made that
Gemini.
Bond,
they were responsible for like majority of the software of for the Kinect.
Bro,
and that's
Bond.
You think that's worth 4.4 billion?
Bond, listen, you're missing the point. You're talking about a game that's being played over years versus the competitor who has one and done game. I'm showing value. I'm showing you value and why that was a good purchase.
Bro,
I'm giving you
4.4 billion.
Yeah,
they don't have any return like Mojang.
So name a game on PlayStation that came out that people are streaming right now.
The Last of Us.
I'm talking about The Last of Us probably got 100 people. It probably got 100 people watching The Last of Us. No, I'm not owned. Go look at how many people watch or streaming Sea of Thieves right now in The Last of Us. Tell me the difference in zero.
Pyro tweeted that out the other day, and it had like thousands of more viewers, yo.
No, that's not true.
He tweeted that exact example. Yeah.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true.
Looks like
I'll go right now. Let's go to Twitch right now. I'll prove it to you right now. Let's do it live. Right now.
Oh boy.
Let's do it live right now. Anybody want to bet?
20,000 viewers.
One person streaming Last of Us got 4,000 viewers by himself.
Yeah, but that's rare that happens. The game is old, and plus people are playing it right now.
Okay. The Last of Us has around 29,000.
The Last of Us 26.6 thousand. Sea of Garbage 20,000.
Okay, that's because it's coming out Friday. No, that makes sense. That's because I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. Tell me that's not. It's because the game is coming out Friday.
Jimmy's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying. A lot of people are playing it now.
Everybody's on the bandwagon. Everybody's on the bandwagon because the game comes out in 4 days.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. Okay.
I mean,
The last of Us is passing.
But anyway, after that, I don't know if it was directly after that, but we also saw Gran Turismo 7.
I hit the snooze button on that one. I don't play racers. Like
Yeah,
that.
I don't have any comment. I don't have any
thought it
comment.
looked nice. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah. We got Ratchet and Clank, a Rift Apart. Game looks good, and it looks like, you know, one of those games that's actually taking advantage of the SSD levels loading instantly. You know, it's interesting game design. Like I was saying, the only game I could think of that did something like this was like Titanfall 2. Like if you play the Titanfall 2 campaign, there was a mechanic where you could switch back and forth instantly from the past and the future, and Dishonored 2 did it also in a way where you can see the past and the future looking through something, and it was like 2 different levels like at once that you were playing through. So
what about Portal?
I guess you could say Portal did something like that too. Effectively. I
mean, it ain't special no more.
Oh,
you just had to include a PC game, huh?
I want to see it done in practice, like when we actually get it in the house to actually see if it's something that can only be done with the SSD or something of that nature. I saw a lot of their games there, and I thought that they were PlayStation Pros maxed out type of games. So I don't know. I don't know.
Because what I was thinking is like, okay, so how exactly is Ratchet and Clank gonna play? Because like we're so used to, okay, you complete one level and then you move on. So what do? Are you just literally jumping from level to level? How do you complete a level? That's why I'm interested to see.
I'm sure it's points where you got to do that. It ain't just, you know, you're just gonna constantly keep doing the shit.
I feel like their levels is already saved in the cache. It's not really going to different. It's already part of. It's like a set piece.
It's still seamlessly loading though.
Yeah, it looked nice.
In the words of Digital Foundry, there's hitches.
Yeah, it was. You saw it right before. I mean, listen, man, if anybody feels that they're never going to see a load screen ever again, or they're never going to see any type of hitches, that's not going to happen, man. You're going to see this stuff, you know.
Seamless these nuts.
Hey, you know they say Resident Evil 8 ain't got no loading screens.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty lit right there.
Hold on, back to Resident Evil 8. Third person or first person?
It's still first person.
First person. Ethan returns, baby. First person.
You play the same person from the start.
But you know what I did notice about that game?
What's up?
This motherfucker Chris still using roids. He even bigger.
And Bond, he's the bad guy.
What? Well, you know why he's the bad guy? Because he's been taking the juice since the beginning. Whatever virus they've been putting out there is not as effective as whatever anabolic steroids he's been using.
It's funny you say that because they call him Boulder Punching Chris. They say he's returned.
Yeah, because he literally might be on drugs because his weight keeps fluctuating like in every entry
maybe
now.
Maybe he got a thyroid.
No, they said that's him because he's bigger like that because he's older in this game.
Bro. Vince McMahon will be jerking his dick to Chris Redfield.
Oh
Lord, bro!
Like every game, this dude just be getting more jacked. He walking around looking like Braun Strowman.
I just don't know where is this story going anymore. I mean, like,
I
don't know where the story's going anymore with this.
I'm not.
Vampires.
At least you ain't fighting sludge monsters the whole fucking game.
Yeah, like
that's true. Facts.
Bro, that was so trash.
At this point, they really just need to bring out like the figureheads of Umbrella or whoever, like, because we don't even know who we're fighting anymore.
You said it. They said it's Wesker's daughter.
Oh Lord,
is it? No,
that's what they're saying. They're saying that lady you see.
So how do you win? You perform a complete global saturation on her face.
Wow.
I don't know because they got scenes of her drinking his blood. It's crazy now. It's crazy.
Because they got vampires and stuff.
Vampires and werewolves.
Because what Resident Evil looks like now to me, it looks like this. It's like Ethan. Almost because it looks like Ethan is almost like Shaggy and Scooby Doo, where he just keeps stumbling. He keeps stumbling into haunted houses with like creepy people who are. I'm like, how did he get into this town now? Bro, you were just in the house with
BG brings up a good point. For example, if you're Redfield or anybody in the Resident Evil area, you see a mansion, you going in?
Hell no.
Hell no, exactly. You ain't going in.
Like, how do you end up in these situations? Like, you said this game is 7 years later?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he looks older. That's why Chris
Yeah.
Redfield looks older.
Well, it can't be 7. The character's age is literally equivalent to when these games came out.
Yeah, they,
No,
said,
but
they said 7 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be. Yeah, he's supposed to be older. Chris
Yeah.
Redfield's supposed to be much older.
But I'm saying, like, their games go by the date. So, like, if you look at how old Chris was in the PlayStation 1 version, and you take the 20 years later, he's going to be that age now.
Yeah,
That's
well,
how
he
it's
looks
always
that age.
been.
Somebody
well,
said
they make sure he looks at it.
Somebody said who plays Resident Evil for the story. Resident Evil story was good for a long time. What are you talking about, sir?
That's what you play it for. What the
And then it just got crazy.
It does get confusing, though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. When I think back on it, Nemesis was a disappointment.
Yes.
They could have done so much more with the Nemesis, and they did not do it.
What, the recent one or the old one?
3, yeah, 3.
No,
3 was
the
3.
one
3.
just came out.
3 was a disappointment. They didn't even need to bother with doing that game.
I did not get a chance to play it yet. Because
Like
it's sitting there because I didn't finish 2.
You're gonna blink and beat it.
In the first 20% of the game, I would say Nemesis was Nemesis.
And it's easy.
But after that, like, there's no more Nemesis.
Yeah, because I agree with you on that.
He after that, he just literally becomes random boss fights.
It's like linear too, very linear fights.
With 7 and 8, it seems like they do got the horror back, you know, and the theme of you know, the ambiance.
Did you play that joint in VR?
No,
that's what I said. Play it in VR, boy.
Oh my God.
Word.
Yo.
Word. That gotta be the best VR experience.
That is the best PlayStation VR experience for me
yeah.
that I got. I put the headset on and I had to take it off immediately to look around my room. I said, what the fuck?
Yep. In the beginning in the chair, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I said, yo, this has got to be the scariest game in VR, period. Because when you looking around and you're looking like you're in this house. And it's a real good game in VR. And I hope the next one is in VR too. I hope they use it. I can't wait to see what the PlayStation 5's new VR headset is going to be like. I cannot wait. I can't wait.
Yeah,
that's going to be our entry in.
Another Rift Fest.
There you go, Tick.
I'm sorry. Hey, this
compare
one
to PC. Don't compare to PC. Tick. Come on, where's it?
This one was lower end, so I'm expecting it to be lower end on the new one. I'm saying.
Well, it's going to be the lower end. It's supposed to be. This is your entry in.
Yeah, probably like the specs of the Rift or the original vibe.
Yeah.
If
that's
it doesn't
good.
make,
that's damn good enough. Yeah.
If it doesn't make me sick, I'll play it.
Well, you
get motion sickness from it?
Yeah. But I don't know what like I tried Until Dawn VR. I don't know what resolution that was, but it felt, frame rate that was, but it felt like it was because the frame rate was low and that game, that Guerrilla game, a VR game that Guerrilla Games made, Rigs. I think the frame rate on that was low too. I think that's why I got sick.
Well, BG, why don't you get the Valve Index, dog? It's 144 hertz.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's it because I tried Resident Evil and I don't know, man. Like he said, I had to take that sort of like immediately. I had to just keep putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off.
Well, he didn't take it off because he got sick. He took it off because he was scared.
I took it off because it was scaring the hell out of me.
No, it was too immersive.
It's absolutely the most immersive. Like, cause I'm looking at the ceiling in the joint.
That's what I was gonna say. When you open a refrigerator and all the maggots is moving, imagine all that in VR. It's crazy, bro.
My God, and you would think the fidelity is going to be really poor, right? You would think so. No, they actually kept the fidelity up at a very passable rate. I don't know how the hell they did it, but it looked really good.
It looks really good.
Very angry because Capcom promised they was going to bring it to PC a year later, then they just didn't. That was cute.
You know what to get at. You know what to get at, dog.
That was cute.
What else we had? We had Hitman 3. Which was not any gameplay, I believe. It wasn't any actual gameplay with that. But listen, I'm not impressed by Hitman anymore. Like, I feel like Hitman has been the same game for like 4 games. I don't think this game has evolved.
Time out.
This game has not evolved, bro. I played Absolution. I played Hitman 2. I played some other one. It's been the same game for a long time, man.
How far has Uncharted changed from the second to this fourth?
They've added several mechanics from 1 to 4.
What were they? Because I didn't play the second one.
There was the.
I own it. I just didn't play it.
What the fuck?
I mean, they just improved like certain gameplay segments, the vehicles, the
Hey,
roads.
the actual
nothing to the
stealth.
gameplay.
Hmm?
Oh, just okay. Nothing to the real gameplay.
I mean, that is vehicles,
stealth,
ropes.
vehicles, open world.
I'm just saying you haven't played this new Hitman yet, and you're already saying it's the same.
I don't, but I'm saying like the
It
past
definitely looks
ones.
the same. It definitely looks
I'm
the
saying
same.
the past ones they didn't change any. Like what? Like Solution
This
came
current,
out.
this current trilogy don't look too much different when you see it.
I mean,
It's just like the contract things, like a contract will pop up and you got a week to kill this dude. Those type of little things. I like that. What they was trying to do with it, yeah.
Gameplay doesn't need to change. It's good. Does not need to change at all. It's fun.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say. To me, Hitman is not that great of a stealth game. To me, I don't think it's that great of a stealth. It was, but I don't think like. I think after Absolution, it's very stagnant.
That's the last one I played, yo.
Hitman isn't. Well, the problem is Hitman isn't a stealth game; it's an incognito game. So
bro, stop this. Tick.
That is
Tick, stop
that
this.
is so, bro.
Tick,
Come
stop
on
this.
now. Don't try to say that's not stealth. Don't try to say that's not stealth.
Incognito game, man. What the fuck is
What the? He's trying to give me a new genre.
I'm trying to get my argument.
It's just, yo, bro.
Oh man.
To get my argument. I'm trying to get my argument, okay? So a stealth game is you're trying to be, well, this is how I feel the stealth game is. You're trying not to be seen at all. Hitman, you don't have to worry about getting seen. You put on different outfits that people can murder, and you literally can walk right in front of people, and you just don't want to have them look directly in your face for a long time because then they'll notice that you are the, you're not whoever that person is. So you literally can walk in plain sight in front of people. You just have to disguise yourself. It's all about pretty much disguising yourself.
So isn't that sneaking past? Isn't that sneaking around?
It's not exactly sneaking past.
I'm gonna.
What I see stealth as is you're staying in the shadows, out of sight the whole time. That's what I see.
I'm gonna read you the description of Hitman.
Stealth is sneaking around.
Oh, you can read it. You can read it, but people's tried to say that.
Bro, so you telling me that's not sneaking around?
And it's a stealth game.
It's literally a stealth game, bro. It's a stealth game.
People argued that the last was isn't a stealth game. And it is definitely a stealth game.
It depends on the mode you play in.
It's an action game, and I think
it depends on the mode. It depends on the mode you play in.
No, it's just a stealth. To me, it's a stealth game.
It's not a stealth game. If you play it on normal, you can just run around shooting everybody.
But it's still the main aspect of the game is typically stealth.
If you play it around it.
First of all, you could do that on Hitman. You can run around all day in Hitman, just kill everything. You don't have to.
No, you can't.
The game doesn't function well when you do that, though.
No. You'll die if you do that in the Hitman. You know that. You cannot run through a mission shooting everybody. You can't do that.
On Hitman 2, I would run in there with a daggone assault rifle and just run down, gunning everybody down, and get to the person that I had to kill and murk him, and then run back.
And don't you fail a mission for doing that?
The game punishes you for playing that way.
Yeah, it punishes the shit out of you.
It punishes you for playing that way.
That's the reason I can't play that game.
Yeah, like what is he made it like you supposed to do that?
But you like somebody can be
allow you
to without costume stick.
Yeah, but like I said, it depends on how you play it. It's only certain
you get an option, but it's still a stealth game at the heart of it.
I mean,
you're supposed to play. You're supposed to play that stealthy.
Come on, dog.
I don't really play stealthy.
What is Splinter Cell?
This man said he didn't play
What's
stealthy.
Splinter Cell, Tick?
Huh?
What's Splinter Cell then?
Oh, that's definitely a stealth game.
It stopped being a stealth game.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's arguable.
Splinter Cell Conviction. You can literally tag like 8 dudes and shoot them all at once, though.
Oh, that's why they like those Splinter Cells. That's why those was garbage. That's probably why they don't like anymore. But yeah, typically it's a stealth game.
Blacklist, Conviction, they kind of changed it.
Anyway, I got to see if they improve anything with Hitman 3. Till then, I'm not really looking for it.
First of all, my question for Hitman 3 is the whole game coming out or nah? Is it episodes?
I'm sure. The second game was full, right?
Yeah, it was like episodes before.
Oh yeah, well.
But the whole argument is, y'all like games that barely got any change. You already hating.
Hitman barely has changed.
I'm not hating.
Ellie can now lay down and climb up on things or something like that.
And she can swim.
That's amazing. Oh, swinging, the same swing, and it was janky looking too.
And Hitman can continue to hide himself in disguises.
There's probably other things you can do differently as well.
I doubt it.
Shit trying to come on here talking that crazy shit.
That's what it is, because it's a good game on PC.
Wrong this dude, yo.
They had an execution to Hitman too, so there were different things they had.
Hitman is mid, bro. Hitman is mid.
Moving on. We got Horizon 2 Forbidden West. So this game was looking good. It seemed like to be a little.
You didn't see no gameplay. How look
It
good?
wasn't like it wasn't direct
They had
gameplay.
Yeah, I'm about to say I didn't see nothing. So.
It was in game. It was
Miles
in
Morales
game.
and Aloy. What else? Let me get that like OBJ out this motherfucker.
Somebody tweeted something. I think it was Jason. That you know what I mean. So Gorilla had showed the best looking game of all time. I'm like, but it
Smooth about to spoil it. Watch out.
That's supposed to be Jason Schreier. Who that's supposed to be?
Well, Jason, I imagine that's what he sounds like.
I mean, he was on the podcast twice. You don't got to imagine. But yeah, they didn't really show gameplay.
Is he busy pissing off Neil Druckmann and Corey Barlog right now?
What's going to be different in this game since this looked amazing?
Okay, gameplay. You want to hear what they added?
What that?
Well, it's a whole new area from the first game. You're going out.
Oh, area. We're talking about gameplay, not area.
Yeah, it's like San Francisco shit like that. Gameplay elements. They added swimming underwater.
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah, it had underwater buildings and shit like that you can explore underwater.
That is amazing.
New machine types. Tick.
Oh,
hey, yo, Tick, you're salty, bro.
What the fuck else do you want, man? What the games you like?
Hey, I'm just saying, dog. Like,
what
hey,
you be playing on, dog? What you be playing?
And hold on, because Hitman. Because Hitman.
No one said the game looked good. You would be all over.
Hitman been the same game for like 4 games. That's my issue with it.
Have you played them all? Have you played them?
I can't even spell Hitman here cap before. This shit crazy.
I played them. I played them.
And they definitely been the same game for 4 games.
Yes, I agree.
Added new features to it compared to the old games.
You do the same exact mechanics in all those games.
Hitman looks like it deserves to be in a service. That's all. The same. I mean, it's supposed to be inside Game Pass. So when it's in Game Pass, the episodes come out. You play the episode, you move on. That's what happened. When
I agree.
I agree with that.
That's the episodic Hitman. Then I hit the last one hasn't even been episodic. It was just a whole game.
Anyway,
we got a lot of pushback.
I heard talk about Hitman. This is.
I like Hitman. I bought them all.
Listen, man, you already know he loves any game that's a multi-plat that's on PC that he can use against a console game.
That is what this feel like. Legit.
What was y'all thoughts on the Horizon reveal?
The Horizon, listen,
it wasn't no gameplay.
It wasn't no gameplay, so it's hard to judge.
It was awesome. It was amazing. They cried.
Nobody said that. Nobody's big mad, dog.
You mad at that PC show?
Let's talk about the PC gaming show. That's what you want to talk about?
God damn.
You want to talk about the PC gaming show?
That horse looked so majestic. It was amazing. 10 out of 10.
That PC gaming show was NyQuil.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, they're always NyQuil. You never.
It's always like that. Yeah.
Nah, they had 1 year. It was really good. I think it was 2 years ago. That was really good.
Tick, you gotta chill. You like 38 years old. You can't be ingesting this much sodium. You can't take this much salt, my guy. You old.
I'm 34. First of all, shut it up. I need you to keep the same energy, sir.
Your salt is still high. Your sodium intake too high.
No. I'm not gonna allow you to hate it on a series that I like and say it was mid, but then you like the daggone horse with a girl running across the daggone sand.
I like Hitman too.
Wait, comparing Hitman to Zero?
Some people don't. Hey, there's some people out here that don't like Horizon, but they love Hitman though.
No, I thought it was. I thought the first one was actually boring. It puts me to sleep.
Horizon?
But
Horizon?
Yeah. Puts me to sleep. It's NyQuil.
Then that's fine. That's all. I'm okay with his opinion. All I'm saying is Hitman has not grown. Hitman has not grown. That's all I'm saying.
Horizon ain't grown. We just see it look.
We gonna see. We
don't know. They didn't show
what it does. Yeah.
Ellie learned how to swim and how to crawl. 10 out of 10. Amazing mechanics.
Big man.
You fraud.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about something I think we all actually.
Hold on. Dudes was on Twitter really talking about Ellie swimming for like a whole week. That joint was killing.
Anyway, he big bad. He big bad, bro.
That's because unlike BG and Baron, Ellie can swim.
Facts. That is true. Ellie learned how to swim faster than I did. That is a fact.
You like almost 30. You can't swim yet, my guy.
Why do you, yo? Do we live in Atlantis or do we live on land?
That black dude literally just died because he drowned in like a creek last week. I was like, that could have been BG.
Nigga, there ain't no creek where I live. There ain't no creek where I'm at.
Oh, you saw the one where they watched that dude drown?
Yo, listen. Listen, however I go out, it won't be a creek. Okay, my nigga? So you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, that's the flood in New York. We are counting that man BG out. He is done.
Listen, man. I'm finding the tallest building, and we don't got no shortage of those in New York. So I'm going to the tallest building. You don't got to worry about me. Ain't no dead. Like telling niggas, oh, you go in heaven and see your homies. Oh, my nigga, a creek got me. Like, what? A creek. Anyway, let's move on.
They just watched him die.
Nah, that man didn't sink like immediately though. It's like whoa.
Yeah, it was 30. It was like a 30.
He got towards
nah,
the end.
But as soon as he ran out of stamina, he sank. Like they couldn't even find him. They couldn't even find that man.
What you guys talking about?
A video on the internet of a kid. They did this guy to swim across a creek and he drowned.
Yeah, he didn't see the video.
Well, Kenya Bridge of Spirits looks good.
Woo, that thing look fire.
Yeah, that look good. That look good.
I think that's my sleeper of the show, yo. That might hit.
Yeah, that game impressed me.
There was another game that was nice. So I'm waiting for to get to that.
Like the scope of that game, like when she was running and you saw the depth of field, everything in the back. Yeah, it's impressive. This looks good.
It's on the PC too. Definitely getting that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
What is wrong with this dude?
You're killing me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
So Kenya looked good. There was NBA 2K21 with premium sweat.
Was not impressed at all.
Premium sweat.
That trash.
His face.
No gameplay.
Real.
No gameplay.
Faces. I mean, that
but they always do that though. They always do it the first. Remember the Kyrie Irving dribble the basketball? They always do that first, and then they give you the blast out when they actually give you the trailer of the game. I have no doubt that the game is going to look, if not as close to what they just showed, on par with what they just showed. Because this last LeBron on this 2K that they just dropped right now look damn good. So
the graphics not the problem with 2K though. It's the game.
It's the PC. It's the problem. That's and the online is too.
That's gambling. It's pure gambling.
Oh yeah,
That online has been butt for a while.
Yeah.
Not gonna argue that.
Okay. What else we had? We had Project Athia. This had like 10 seconds of gameplay, not much.
You talking about the one from Square Enix?
That's like a glorified tech demo, yo. I ain't gonna.
What is that? Is that the one we just saw with the woman that was like?
Yeah,
she was jumping from hills. Yeah. It had
camera angle.
Yeah, it had like 10 seconds of gameplay, and the fact that it's called Project Athia means like they haven't even come up with an official title for it.
Yeah, that's not the actual name of the game, yo.
Yeah, so that's still in early development.
They said it's developed specifically for the PS5, by the way. We gonna see.
Well, that means that you ain't getting it on that PS4.
That's great to me. Shit, let's go.
Is that on the PC too?
Yes.
I think
yes. I believe so.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, also on PC.
Listen. They were like, I forgot how. Like, listen, like 90% or like 85% of the games were timed exclusive. So we already anything not made by Sony was a timed exclusive. We know that.
Yeah. Or multi-plat.
Yeah, pretty much. Returnal. That's the game by Housemarque. That game looked like they just took their top-down games and just made it 3D.
Yeah, it do look like a next Mike.
That's from the people that did Resogun, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. This is their biggest game to date.
That's the game I was talking about because I literally just watched it up here, and they literally this don't have nothing to do with the game, but they literally stole a scene from Gladiator. I just saw
Returnal?
Yeah, Returnal. She was walking through like I guess a farm, and she was like had her hands out.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. At the end when he was dead, with that part, I think that was when he was dead with his. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really from Gladiator.
I love Gladiator. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah,
it's a fire movie. So that's what Returnal looks like. Because didn't they say they were tired of making games like Resogun and those? So
no, well they said that people don't tend to buy them, so it wasn't financially feasible for them to keep making arcade.
Okay, so yeah, they made it.
They made great games.
Yeah,
they obviously were.
What you just say?
Huh?
Hey, watch your mouth, too.
Let's talk to BG.
Oh man. We also had Godfall. This was the first game pretty much announced for PS5.
Looks good. Looks good. You insane. Looks good.
So
it looked better at the PC Gaming Show. I'll say that.
Everybody has split opinions on Godfall. To me, it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't. I wouldn't say it looks amazing, but I don't think it looks bad at all. So
downgrade.
It looked mid. It looked boy, it's gonna be boring as hell.
Downgrade.
Like stuff.
I play PC. What? Don't say it. Yeah.
So my question about this game, what resolution was it? 1792p? 1512p? Like, what was it?
I think this game was actually one of the ones that were 4K.
Yeah, because it's a what is it? Multi-plat.
The combat looked good. Combat looked good though, and it might be 60 frames. I think it is going to be 60 frames.
It looked basic to me.
Listen, at the beginning of the generation, you get your basic, somewhat generic melee combat games. Something light to give you an appetizer. You know how it is. We play.
They said that game is supposed to be like Diablo with like swords and Destiny in the form of it's going to be like a looter type of game.
And that's why I got a problem.
Yeah,
because we got the division for that. Okay, so this game will go away. We got the division for that.
Well, this is the time and when you start in a new generation, this is the time when you start to use those new IPs to see if anything is going to hit. This is the only time you get a chance to do new IPs to see if they can get some traction, so you can make some more money and make a couple of more down the line if you can get a trilogy or something out of it. So, did it look good in this showing? I don't really think it looked in its best light. Like from the first time they saw it, with the little type of trailer thing, it looked fantastic, right?
Yeah, it looked better.
So now you got a chance to see the gameplay. I think the next time you see it, it'll look a little bit better.
This looks like an 8th gen game that they put out as the next gen game.
Every time I saw it,
yeah.
Oh man, y'all be hating.
Yeah.
Good and garbage.
It doesn't mean that it's not going to be good.
Listen,
this game and Hitman,
sucking Ratchet and Clank penis the whole time.
Wow.
Don't the game. We got a problem.
Oh no, Ratchet and Clank look way better than graphically though.
First of all, I didn't play Ratchet and Clank back when it was new, when I was 15, because I was like, yo, I'm an adult. I'm not playing this shit. When I was a teenager.
I respect that view though. I ain't gonna even hold you.
This nigga was 15 in like 1975. Shut up, old man. Shut up.
I wish I was that age in 1975.
But Godfall don't look like nothing new at all, though. It just seems like we've seen this before. So
that's what almost every game that be coming out.
But with new consoles, you're supposed to see something like.
Nah, this is launch titles. This is filler.
Ratchet and Clank is the same thing. Oh, you can.
Nah, but now they got that multi-leveling and all that. They added something new to that.
Oh my god, Godfall is different. Oh my god, you got
the SSD power, dog. Watch out, bro. Come on.
Oh, well. Go to next.
Listen, we can all agree that there was not really any game that showed a huge graphical leap, which is okay. Nothing huge. Like
1080p bullshit they did.
Watch them at 4K on the PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
If you watch them on 4K, it's pretty nice.
No, it looked good.
I'm looking at Godfall 4K 60 now.
Everything looked great. Like everything looked great and cleaned up and crispy, but there was not like a leap or anything like that. And I wasn't expecting one. But like I think it's gonna stay that way the entire generation. I still don't think even after they get a better grasp of what they're working with, I still think games are.
We gonna see something.
I mean,
here and there, we're gonna get those games.
Gonna look crazy.
Godfall is Sony's Rise, Son of Rome.
Don't put that out. That's
what the hell did you just say?
It's not even Sony's game though.
He's sleepy.
This man just came in the chat and said some random shit like
Rise wasn't Microsoft's either though.
No, but this game is like hard body multi-plat though.
Rise, I played Rise. Rise wasn't bad.
Rise is okay. Smooth wilding for the tweet he put out earlier.
But it should be re-reviewed.
Re-reviewed 7 years after.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Why do you want a whole game to get a new review 7 years later? My nigga asked for the retrial of the century for a video game. I was like, what
game?
Rise.
He was wrongly convicted.
Does that game even got an X patch, yo?
Nah, it doesn't.
No.
But
Yeah, that's one of the games I was looking at.
Yo, Smooth said that, yo, I want this game to be exonerated of that 6 you gave it. Like, I was like, yo.
7-year-old game, yo.
I was like,
I said, yo, it says re-review. I was like, okay.
I was like, yo, Smooth, you gotta let that hurt go, bro. You gotta let that hurt go. It's okay. Like, they'll get them next time.
I refuse to believe that the game is as bad as this Metascore. I've known after all these years, there's many worse games that came out in comparison.
They did it dirty.
They got higher
It was
scores.
supposed
I
to
agree
be a
with that.
Connect game first.
Yeah,
and
it
that's
was.
what did it dirty.
And nah, Xbox announcement during that E3 is what did it dirty.
Yeah, well, shout out to Don Matrix. That's why he's fired.
They just got tarnished.
No, that's
All
why
right.
he's fired. That's why he's no longer there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we got there was also the Demon Souls remake. That was looking real good. I'm excited for that. So believe it or not,
that had a weird topic behind it though.
What did they change on those Souls games? That's another thing. Man. See, look, all right,
People were saying it didn't look as good as the original. I was like, what?
no, so yeah, this was crazy. Like, there's actually people, Blandrew was one of them. People were trying to make the case that like they like the look of the original game because
more detail.
Well, not even detail. They said the original game had like looked darker and grittier, like because they didn't the polish, the better polish of the new game makes it look better, which is
Darker.
bad. Like, yeah,
you can't see details in the background.
I'm like, are y'all dumb? Like, they like the piss filter. You know how like during that generation, every game had
It's
like
rusty
a yellow.
background.
Yeah, they had the yellow, green, or blue tint, and they thought that made games look good, and it didn't. I'm like,
Yeah,
man,
but the realistic lighting. This game had more realistic lighting.
Yeah, the reason a lot of them games had that though was to like, hide certain details and shit.
So it's Demon Souls. I mean, you play one of them daggone Souls games, you play them all.
Oh, you so mad, bro.
Oh, for a PC dude, I'm surprised that he talk like that.
No, I don't play them garbage ass games. You know, people play those Souls games to try to.
He don't like games that child. He like playing
E-penis, bro. E-penis.
I got a big E-penis. I beat this game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh man, those games make you feel like, yo, just keep it real.
So you playing with accessibility options, huh? Tick? You one of those?
Yeah, man, the game is ass. You know, it's just difficult.
the game makes you feel emasculated. Is that what it is?
Nah, it's just an ass game.
Some people fight games where you die 1,000 times just to beat it. Like, some people don't like that.
You want to impress me? Go find a Nintendo emulator and beat Shinobi on the NES.
What?
Yeah. Oh, stop.
Oh yeah, I hear you talking.
Stop. Shinobi on the NES?
Beat that. I'm impressed.
Do you mean Ninja Gaiden?
Bond.
Yeah, that's what I.
Shinobi. I was about to say Shinobi's a Sega game.
Yeah, I was like, I knew he was gonna say that.
Gaiden and impress me.
Shinobi is not as hard as Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Or find a Sega and beat Contra Hardcore.
Why every time we talk about something like current, this old fart want to talk about his glory days? We don't care, nigga. We don't care, old man.
Hey, wait a minute. Contra young and she like retro games. What you mean?
Listen, I played Contra. I'm just saying, you still old. Shut up.
He talking about.
No, he's talking contradiction.
You call her old too?
What's wrong with her playing old games?
It ain't nothing. It's just this man.
He just forgot to use a defense. He tried to get a defense.
Because I mean, what's wrong is her not her playing old games. It's just her playing games. Period.
Oh my God, we not gonna go there. We're not going there.
That's crazy.
This is it.
Talking about.
Y'all know exactly what he about to say.
Let's move on. I know
we moving on. We moving on. Sackboy.
I can't even tweet her anymore. God damn it.
I bet.
You need to get back on Twitter, dog. You need to get back on Twitter, definitely.
Yeah. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. This is a platformer where you, I'm guessing they got rid of the user creation stuff in this game. It's just yeah, and it's made by not made by Media Molecule.
Sumo Digital.
Digital.
So here's the thing, right?
Makers of Crackdown 3.
You only made the first two a little bit, Clint. They haven't made.
Yep.
They're the makers of Crackdown 3.
Yep.
And that's one of the reasons. I'm good.
That explains why so many Sony dudes hated on this game. They were like ripping this game.
They made Little Big Planet 3 as well.
And nobody talked about that game.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's all you need to know about this one.
And my thing is like, listen, I would play this game for like maybe on a sale, get it for $14 because I didn't like Little Big Planet. I didn't like any of the Little Big Planets because I just don't think they were. I don't like creating stuff. Y'all know I'm not a creative person, so I just like to play games. I'm not trying to create them, but I'll play like if this is just a platformer, I'll try it out for a discounted price.
Floaty ass platformer, yo.
Yeah,
it's floaty, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this shit.
Yeah, but all right, we'll see how that is. What else we had? We had Oddworld Soulstorm. I never got into none of those games.
I can't stand Oddworld games. Them shit's boring, yo.
I never got into those.
I bet Tick like it. Tick, you like it?
Play the game where you moving furniture out of the
Do
house.
you like the game? Do you like the game?
Jack?
Do you like Oddworld?
Yeah, the first Oddworld was good.
Yeah, actually, I gotta agree. I like Oddworld.
Yeah,
even that 3D when they made what was it, the 360 days? That was pretty good.
Whatever the fuck it was called.
The Stranger.
Okay.
Well, look, we all know when Oddworld got bad. It was Munch's Odyssey.
Oh man.
I've never played.
Y'all know what console Munch's Odyssey was on?
Was it Xbox? Was it Xbox?
Yep.
That was that demo. That wasn't that bad. It was alright.
It got bad when it went to that Stranger.
Yeah.
That's what Who keep buying these Oddworld games? Where's Lauren Landon getting this money?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do these games sell?
Who the fuck are buying these games, dog?
I don't even know if these games sell, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you, but
they keep coming out. They must be selling, man.
There was Deathloop. That game looked good. That game reminded me. The concept reminded me of, y'all remember Smoking Aces, that movie about the assassins? Yeah, it reminded me of that. And it looked like, literally, Jack, you noticed, it looked like Dishonored in like third person. No, the game's in first person, right?
First person.
Yeah, it looked like they took a lot of ideas from Dishonored and just made it like a little different, like a shooter almost with looks worse.
Same devs.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm still gonna buy it because the black protagonist in it, but it looked mid to me. I wasn't hyped about what I saw.
I see a lot of people saying that. I don't see
you know what also it kind of reminded me a little bit of like almost Hotline Miami in the way they was going through enemies a little bit. Like it looked like Dishonored, but also Hotline Miami mixed in. So it looked cool.
So they showed that game last year at E3, and saw it then. I was intrigued then, but I guess it wasn't absolutely gonna be very profitable for them. So Sony, I guess they picked up the rights or the distribution of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't it that's theirs for launch, right?
Yeah, it's time exclusive.
Yeah.
So, it's going on PC, right?
4K 60. They're 4K 60.
Yeah, PC.
Crazy.
What you think about that, Tick? What you think about that?
It's made by Bethesda, so I kind of feel like it's just going to be a lot of bugs. Probably going to fall through the ground a few times.
Well, it's Arcane specifically. Arcane games aren't buggy.
Okay.
They rock with Bethesda.
Yeah. Okay. There was Stray, where you play as a stray cat. I don't know.
I have no idea what this game is.
Listen. The reason I even gave this game a 7.5 is because, like, in the middle, it got very weird. And, like, they got into that weird territory. I was like, I don't know what this is anymore.
But that's the kind of game Jack can play, though.
That game is either going to be really good or a piece of shit. I can't tell what it is. I can't tell.
I'm going to find out because I know you're going to buy it. So,
you sound like a broke boy.
I'm not mad, man. You just call
PC
me broke.
PC gamers don't like buying games. They like.
Oh, first of all, I already posted video of people jailbreaking PlayStation 4, so cut it out.
Why was you looking for that, Tick?
Hey, because I know y'all some things over there. That's why.
There was Destruction Allstars, which
that looked good.
Seemed like a little bit of Rocket League mixed with Destruction combat racing. Destruction Derby. Yeah,
I like that. I think that's going to be like a good game to play with your friends and all that.
Yeah, look decent.
As long as it ain't $60, maybe like 20. 25 or something.
The PlayStation new game now, $60.
The two weirdest games of the whole show was Bugsnax and Goodbye Volcano High. I was like, what is this?
Yo.
Y'all heard the controversy behind it, right?
Which one?
Well, goodbye, Volcano. Gay and non-binary animal creatures dealing with drama. And the person that wrote the game,
keep cutting out.
She wrote some underage.
Going in and out.
Oh, am I? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the person that wrote the game is like she wrote like some underage Harry Potter porn or some shit.
Oh well.
Yeah, and they was like, yeah.
I ain't buying no more games.
There's some controversy with that shit.
It looked like one of those games that like the furry community, I think they're called, would be into.
Yeah, they probably would.
Yeah.
It looks like fuckery, yo. If they weren't animals, I might be like, I might got a little, because they got like a Life is Strange type of.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I still would pass.
I can't do it though.
You might as well go ahead and buy that. Man, you know you buying that, Jack.
I'm not. Why do you think I'm buying everything, yo?
Because you buy them kind of games, bro. You play them like off the
I
wall.
give a chance stick. I'm open minded.
That's good.
But what about that fire Bugsnax though?
Oh, she definitely playing.
That's
that shit like a ground and expansion.
That's an exclusive banger.
That is like, hold on. First of all Nintendo fans should probably want Bugsnax because it literally looks like Animal Crossing the way they look to me. But yeah,
you see what happened in that game, yo? When you eat something, you turn into whatever.
Yeah, dude had wiener hands.
Weird, yo.
You are what you eat.
Yeah, dude made like a hot dog and his hands turned into hot dog.
Here's a question I don't think everybody's asking. How come Sony was able to show games before Microsoft when Microsoft showed the console and everything first?
Well, that's true, sir. Microsoft's been showing games of the Xbox Series X since like June.
What?
Last year. They started with premiering Halo Infinite and then Everwild and then Hellblade.
I haven't seen any gameplay of Halo Infinite.
Talking about gameplay, or you talking about showing games?
Talking about both. Halo Infinite. I haven't seen any. I have not seen anything
in
of
the
an
July
Xbox Series
event.
X running.
Well, July.
But I'm
event.
saying all we heard the last couple of months is, oh, Sony's scared. Sony hasn't showed anything.
Well, that Sony scared is whatever. It's just trying to smoke people out. That's just rhetoric, fanboy good talk. But as far as
fanboy good talk,
yeah, fanboy, just
banter,
crap, just talking crap. Anyway, but the fact of the matter is this: we wanted them to show something, right? So this is what happens when you front load all your good stuff in the beginning. Microsoft front loaded all their good stuff in the beginning. So at the end of the generation that they're talking about going on to the next generation, Sony did a stagnated thing. At the end of their generations, always you get their best games, right? So it's very hard for them to show you the next generation coming when we still got games coming that we want to sell. So we don't want to undercut our sales. So they didn't want to undercut their sales. So now Last of Us is coming this week. Last week we'll show these games. We'll show some stuff going forward. I still believe that they held back. At least it was 5 games that they held back. And then you'll see those games in August or in September.
You sell a lot of weeds. You French? Microsoft fan? No, I'm messing with you.
Yo, is everybody? We're all privy to all the same chats. We're all privy to all the same information that's inside the backgrounds. I'm pretty sure that we are. We know exactly what was going to be shown. So I don't think we walked away surprised. Really? Did you?
I mean, I didn't think they were going to show a new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, the word on the street was there was going to be a Spider-Man game. And you automatically wiped that off the list because you're like, there's no way in hell they was going to have a turnaround on a 4-year, 5-year project.
Horizon, I thought was going to come. I didn't know about Spider-Man. So
yeah,
you didn't get any list.
You tweet that.
I thought they would tease.
I saw the rumors.
Especially with Ratchet and Clank coming out, I'm like, they can't do 2 games.
I thought they would tease Spider-Man 2, but I didn't think Spider-Man there would be a launch Spider-Man. That's what made it surprising.
You're not in any DMs in the background with at least 4 or 5 people exchanging information?
I'm pretty sure I'm banned on Twitter right now.
Okay. All right.
I don't really acknowledge rumors like that.
Okay, so
I try to stay out of the Dr. Trey community. No offense.
Well, you got at least I'm in at least 4 or 5, little rooms, and 3 lists came out. One of those lists was pretty much damn near what was shown, right? And I didn't understand a couple of those things that was in there, so I was like, but then when I saw it said Spider-Man, it didn't say Miles Morales, right? It said Spider-Man. I'm like, nah, they don't have a turnaround like that. That's a 4 or 5 year project. That's not going to happen. But no, lo and behold, is a Miles Morales DLC type of standalone game. Fine, they're gonna force you to buy a PlayStation 5 in order for you to play a DLC game that can be easily given to a PlayStation Pro owner.
Facts. That's what it is. Facts.
Yeah, it's either get down or lay down. Either pay the $600 or don't.
I mean, when you got a new system, you got to make a attractive, appealing software.
No, you just gotta you as a company, you just gotta turn a buck. So as a company, they don't owe you anything. That game could definitely be DLC for all existing PlayStation owners. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to push the company forward. And if it's locking it behind a $600 paywall plus the game, you're going to have to either pony up or just sit it out.
I mean, when the Switch came out in March, when you on I can't believe y'all put this on. You know what I mean? You gotta have new. Sony believes in generations.
Did they discuss a price point yet?
No. I believe 600 is going to be that price point. $599.
PlayStation's going to undercut the shit out of Xbox. They're waiting.
I doubt it.
Not
They
this
do it every time. They do it every time.
Well, theoretically, I mean, the Xbox is a more powerful machine, so it probably costs more to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Microsoft got more money though, so they ain't really worried.
Doesn't matter how much money they have. The shareholders don't want to see losses.
Exactly.
They got computers and shit. They ain't worried about that.
Okay,
Shareholders are worried about that. They don't give a damn about this console war. They give a damn about their investments and their returns.
The last 3 games were Solar Ash. I honestly don't remember what that even looked like.
I don't know, but it sounds like it needs lotion.
That is made by the developers of Hyperlight Drifter.
Oh, okay. Jett the Far Shore. I don't remember what that looks like either.
Oh, that's the rocket that was flying across the world, right?
They show you.
Oh, that's the game. Oh, the Hideo Kojima dude in a
No. You're thinking about Pragmata.
He think about the Capcom game.
Oh yeah, the Pragmata. Oh yeah, that looked like a definite. I was like, this definitely got to be Hideo because
I thought that was Kojima.
It had that weirdo, stupid nonsense vibe. Like this game definitely ain't gonna make no sense. The nigga was literally in an astronaut outfit and took a little girl into outer space. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Somebody ripped through the fucking screen and pulled them out. Looked like.
Like what is this nonsense?
Yeah, it was another game too that had some drama behind it.
You know what I think about Pragmata though? I don't think that game coming out. Like I just
that's their deep down.
Yeah, that's like I think that's deep down. I think that's their deep down for this generation. I don't think that game coming out.
Both Capcom.
Didn't Deep Down come out in Europe?
No, they canceled that.
I thought it came out in Europe or Japan. I thought it came out.
Nah.
It just never came out here.
And the last game was Little Devil Inside. It's like Jack type of game.
That game
has a lot of controversy around. Y'all know that.
Why?
Well, the HUD in the game, they saying they stole the.
You cut out for a second. Yeah.
The HUD in the game, they saying they stole it from.
I knew it.
Every time you get to that point,
start at the HUD.
It's an Xbox game. Was it Ashen? Not Ashen. What's the other one?
Inside
Below.
Yeah. They say they stole the HUD.
Oh my God!
Every time he say the HUD, somebody's sniping him. Every time.
Yo, leave and come back real quick.
Laptop,
yeah, let me leave and come back.
Desktop.
Yep.
But you said below. Yeah. They got it from below.
Yeah, they saying they took the HUD from below, and then some of the enemy designs are seen as racist or insensitive. So they had to apologize for that, and they changed some of the enemy designs in the game.
Oh man, people! I didn't see that. I didn't notice
that.
It
was dudes running around like little. I don't want to say African masks, but I don't know what the fuck you'll call it.
Tiki masks? I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a tiki type. Yeah.
I thought they were from like the Journey games.
What'd you say?
They look like the dudes from Journey.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that game look kind of interesting though.
It looked good. I like it.
Okay. Well, that's all the games. We covered everything. We gave our score. We talked about the PlayStation 5 and design and the memes. And the only thing I kind of wanted to mention is did everybody saw like the drama going down with Jason Schreier and the industry earlier today?
That's what happened.
So okay, so there's this guy named Jeff Kanata, right? And pretty much he compared The Last of Us Part 2 to Schindler's List in
Lord, that's a
and it being a
heavy
but what he meant,
comparison.
and Jason Schreier is Jewish, which is understandable. He would get upset about that, and he clarified what he really meant by that was the quality. We all know Schindler's List. Everybody should have watched it in like high school or something. That it's a quality
that's
movie.
What now that you said brings up a good point. Why are we learning about all this crazy Jewish history, but there's no Black history?
you know the vibe.
The only thing we watched in school, we watched Roots. I don't know. I mean, we watched Roots in school.
They ain't make us watch that.
Oh,
I didn't get no Roots.
They definitely didn't make us watch that.
Bro, I think
we did. I guess that's New York.
I think we watched Roots in
multiple times.
Almost every grade in middle school at least. Like,
They never made us watch that, yo.
Yeah, we definitely watched Roots.
We watched Roots at least 5 times in school. Yeah,
facts. But yeah, so he was comparing it to the Schindler's List to The Last of Us in terms of the quality of the of it, right? Because it's a great movie. But Jason Schreier, as we know, he's Jewish. So he felt. Yeah, so he got a little bit offended by that. He was like, "You're comparing Schindler's List, a movie about the Holocaust, to a video game," and I can understand that. Like, I understand. Like, I can see it both ways. I could see
out of all movies you can pick for quality, why would you pick that?
But you see what he said too, though, right? They got upset.
What?
He was saying BioShock was like the audio loss was like the Diary of Anne Frank. He said that.
Oh, actually, man. Oh.
Yeah, Jason said that. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So, like, I get where Jason is coming from. Like, because, like, if dude would have been like, he would have said like, "Oh, Last of Us," compared Last of Us to a slavery movie, we probably would have been like, "Yo, dude is wilding too." So I get both sides. I get he's trying to say like, Last of Us is a real quality game, and I get Jason also saying like, he's a little sensitive about that because he probably got like, his ancestors died in the Holocaust. So I get both sides. And then Neil Druckmann chimed in and said, defended Jeff, saying he didn't mean it that way. And Jason Schreier pretty much said that he doesn't know why Neil Druckmann is like seems to be butting in and making this personal. He's like, I hope it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I kind of like spoke about your studio and outed y'all about stuff y'all was doing. So he was getting a little, spicy. And then Corey Barlog jumped in and said, pretty much said that Jason has been acting like a bully lately, and they was just going back and forth for a while. Like a lot of people chiming in. Even Colin Moriarty jumped in and took a shot at took a shot at like how Jason does his job and everything like that. And
Colin Moriarty did?
Yeah.
Well, they
used to be homies. That's crazy.
They basically said that he's been taking shots at people or whatever, and making references towards that because of his book.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say it's like Schindler's List, then you're tone deaf to the Jewish community, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody to feel like, okay, well, why don't they feel like that with us? First, just deal with the situation at hand itself. One, Jason should have hit him in the DM, yo. That's kind of, like tone deaf. Could you delete the tweet?
Oh yeah, because he knows him personally. He knows him personally. Yeah.
Right. So he didn't do that. He said whatever he said, and what he was saying was, you're using Schindler's List about a Holocaust that really happened, about people that were really affected in this virtual video game that nothing ever happened to anyone about anything.
That tweet went from Naughty Dog, though. That tweet was from like somebody that played the game.
Yeah.
So Neil was getting pretty much, this is what happened. Neil was because after the dude compared it to Schindler's List, people were being facetious and comparing other games to other shit, right? So they'll say like, fucking Overcooked is like the Citizen Kane of video game, shit like that. So people kept making like little joke tweets under it. And then when Jason Schreier said the audio logs are like, and BioShock are like Anne Frank, he was pretty much saying they could be critical of his product without being pretty much dickheads about it. That's what he was trying to say. Like, it come from like a hateful, like petty place instead of just, I ain't feeling the game, I ain't feeling this. They doing extra shit with it, like making a joke of the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And to read,
yeah, that's pretty much how that happened. And then everybody else started chiming in.
Colin just talk to each other. Yeah, Colin said these these dudes, he doesn't, because Colin isn't talking like he was friends with Jason.
They used to be homies, yo.
Well, he said these dudes and those like them and the undisputed masters of online histrionics. Their outrage, he put outrage in quotations, is designed entirely to solicit head pats from their in-group. They're not actually mad at what Jeff said. They understood exactly what he meant. They're just being cruel. So,
oh yeah, what did Jeff do? I think he worked for another outlet.
Yeah, he does. So
yeah, it was like Jeff Grubb or some shit. I think his name is
Jeff Kanata.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking about somebody else.
Yeah, Jeff Kanata. He's it doesn't even say in his profile. It just, he's an actor, he's a VR enthusiast, some other stuff.
Man, that tweet got people heated, yo. People mad as shit about that tweet.
Yeah, so it started like, yeah, the whole thread of it is crazy. It's just a whole bunch of people chiming in and all that stuff. But listen, I ain't gonna lie.
Got involved.
Oh yeah, listen, I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of fun to see people arguing that ain't like the average gamer. We saw like people in the industry going at it. Like, yeah, that was good to see. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I've been hanging around this community too much, yo.
Facts.
Rubbing off on them all that petty shit they were doing.
And Corey Barlog said something extra spicy. Hold on, let me look up what he said. He said something pretty damn spicy.
I feel like I'm on the Wendy Williams show.
Jason, he was kind of putting up on some type shit like, because they was like, you know, Jason be turning them down, and he was like, if y'all actually doing the crunch and all that, yeah, I take pride in turning y'all down.
Oh,
but if y'all,
yeah.
But if y'all ain't, but you pretty much like if y'all ain't on the fuck shit, then no, you know that's ridiculous. I never try to tear you down type shit.
Yeah.
It was crazy, yo.
Yeah.
I gotta go read some tweets.
Yeah, that joint was fire. Cause Corey was like, what did he say to Jason? I can't remember. I'm trying to find it, but they've been tweeting so much since then. But yeah, he was like, oh, cause Jason brought up his book and him like bringing up crunch, and like Corey was pretty much like, listen, this ain't about you. Like, you keep thinking everything you say is about your work and everything that you do. Like, nobody's thinking about you. Like, pretty much saying nobody thinking about your book and all the reports you do. They said about that, you know, thinking like Jason is a little bit of a narcissist. So yeah, they was going at each other. They was definitely going at each other.
Once in a while, why not?
Got enough of it today.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely did. Definitely did.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Last thing I want to ask y'all is like one thing I don't like. I see a lot of fanboys bringing up is pro-consumerism, like, and
there
like
we go.
and using that as like a reason why one platform or one console or one company is better. And like, bro, I'm like, yo, gamers don't really care about which console or which company is more pro-consumer.
Every time
they don't care. They don't care.
Look,
you didn't give a damn when EA was trying to shove shit in your ass.
Oh boy, here we go.
But when, you know, the CD guys were like, "Oh, we'll let you refund no matter what," you started complaining.
I did not complain.
Look, I feel what Bond's saying, but Bond, think about it like this though: if people truly cared about pro-consumerism, Nintendo wouldn't be in business right now. Like, you gotta think about that, yo.
That's what I mean.
What you're not understanding is people care. It just doesn't override having good games.
Okay,
yeah,
people don't.
Saying,
people don't. Let me say it this way: people don't buy consoles for pro-consumerism. I'll say it that way then.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah,
that's why I was trying to keep all over there, not on the PC realm, because y'all screwing up over here. But yeah, I said that's why I'm trying to keep console gamers on consoles and stop telling them to come to PC because y'all won't come here. But yeah, I've been saying that for years, dog. Like back when I was on 360 and people was paying for the map packs for Call of Duty, I'm like, what are y'all doing? Why y'all paying for that? And people was like, "Cause I need the new maps." I'm like, yo, on the PC we got the maps for free, and even on Modern Warfare, with the PC version, you still got the maps for free, but they charged for them on
and it had mods on Modern Warfare 1. It wasn't until Modern Warfare 2 that console gamers fucked us.
Yeah, and then like paying for online, like I was roasting Xbox for that, and I was saying like PlayStation, you know, at least they don't have to pay for it. Then it came out the word that PS4 was going to do that, and I remember making a video about it, and I had so many PlayStation dudes taking up for it, and was like, well, I understand because you know they got to make money to make the online better, and the online still shit. Like I don't get it.
All right. Well, that's all. That's all the topics. Let's do these outros. Just in case anybody wants to leave, because y'all don't have to sit through the super chats if y'all don't want to, because it's already
What else
late.
we doing tonight, BG?
Yeah.
Is there baseball on? Is there football? Is there basketball?
30 for 30 on.
I'm going to work in a second.
I'm mad OBJ come back, man.
Yeah.
We're all doing the same thing after this podcast.
Well,
no, we're not.
Yeah, we are. We're watching Smooth play that last hour.
He's not letting him go.
But King, you could do your outro, David.
Yo, yeah, Lord King David. Look, first, I want to say, great panel. Jack Move Johnny, Smooth, Bond, Tick, nice meeting you, and Jay. Listen, and BG, definitely. It was good. Even your boy that was here earlier. Listen, it is what it is. Keep it games. Lord King David, catch me at Iron Launch Podcast Sundays at 1 p.m. King of the Statues, where you can see that statue up there. My camera's always on, never ducking no smoke ever.
Hold on, is this Neo 2?
Yeah, that's 2. Yeah, I believe that's 2.
Oh, damn, what weapons is he using?
Yeah. All right, Dave. Appreciate you, man.
Definitely talk to you guys later, guys.
Dave, have a good night, bro. Peace.
All right, catch y'all later.
All right, Tick.
Like always, have fun. It's nice meeting King. He left. I'm mad OBJ had to get booted, but it was funny. But just couldn't hear anything to understand.
That's because y'all don't have no house training.
Why you say y'all? Like me? What kind of racist? Yeah, okay. But yeah,
we're supposed to be out here fighting the good fight together, and y'all fighting each other.
That is true. I'll give you that. But have fun. Just remember, if you add swimming or climbing to your game, it's new, 10 out of 10. Play again. All right.
You so hurt. Bro. Jack.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Check out the Weapon Wheel Podcast Patreon if you feel so inclined. Like the video. Check me out. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Mixer, Jack Move Johnny. And just remember, the reason PC gamers always port begging is because their exclusives are dog shit. Have a good night.
Hey, not that persona.
Hey, I heard old buddy from Star City for that y'all too. What he made? 350 more million?
Oh man, that would hurt.
Jack,
what's up?
You about to be begging for Persona 4 Golden to come to PS4?
They already are. He already is.
Watch your mouth. I'm begging for it to come home. Begging for it to come home where it should
home.
All right.
Oh man. Bond.
Go on, everybody. We had 1,200 people here at one point, close to 1,300. So I would like to see that 1,000 likes, so one of us can do another stream for you. I think a good stream should be all 4 of us should get on Halo. 4 of us should get on Halo Reach and play a 4-player co-op campaign.
Oh,
I think that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that.
Yeah, Jack should get a desktop too.
Right. Jack, do you have an Xbox?
Of course not. What?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's a desktop.
He's got Game Pass then. 4 people can get on Halo Reach. 4-player co-op. See, even the people, everybody hit 1 if you'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen.
I don't see no ones. I see a 0. Anyway, yeah, let's get up that get them likes up to 1,000 so we can give you guys another stream.
There you go.
All right. Jimmy.
I see ones.
Hey, yo, what's up, man?
Make those ones likes too. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Everybody have a good night. Peace.
Smooth.
All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Yeah, I'm getting tired as hell, so I don't know about
Bro, I just made a couple of drinks. I just made some snacks. Smooth. I'm sitting here ready.
Let me turn this shit on right now, though.
Bro, it's an hour. You can last 59. You can last at least 59 minutes. You'll be all right.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get it done before Insecure comes on. So
this nigga, right? Anyway, let me. No, it's a show with Issa Rae. It's a show with Issa Rae. It's not a bad show, but all right. Let me read these super chats. Emmanuel A said, "I'm here to hear Black Bond destroy PS5. Hopefully." Shout out to the finest for becoming a member. And Bandai HD said, "Jack Move Big 96 baby."
Yeah.
Ace McLean became a member. Shout out to you. Brian Lobo said, BG, I sent you a DM. Yeah, I saw it. I'm going to answer you. Mr. Heisenberg said, Vita version of Persona 4 Golden actually sold over 1 million. Good luck, PC.
What do you guys say about that, Jack?
He said the Vita version, right?
You said the Vita version? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the PC version sold more than the Vita. That's why I say it's over 1 million.
Right. Stupid.
I'm gonna do my Googles on that.
Stupid.
So that's a 14 million plus in profit right there.
And what that little snitch say? What are you, dumb, stupid, or dumb?
You tore your ass when you listen to his music? Fuck up.
Yo.
Hey, yo.
Andrew Wilkins said, King David, address your lie of saying Sony only has God of War, Uncharted, and Spider-Man. Were you capping to appease the a-hole whites on your Xbox side that your podcast with or worship with big numbers? Andrew Wilkins, now I gotta ask this man, why do you bring up race in every single super chat he says? Like,
I like his energy.
But it can have nothing to do with race, and he puts race in every single super chat. I'd be like, yo, what's good? Anyway, Mr. Heisenberg said, bruh, you guys are bugging. Persona 5 sold over 3 million only on PlayStation. Persona 4 would sell much better on PS4 over PC.
Lies.
Who said that? That's a smart person right there.
Mr. Heisenberg.
Mr. Heisenberg.
I don't think anybody is disputing that.
That's just ridiculous.
Nah. Sega know that one fact. That's why they put it on PC. They knew where to put it.
And Persona 4 didn't even sell 1 million copies on the PS2.
I'm
sure. Well, it came out in 2008. I mean, goddamn.
Y'all over there like, oh my Gazio, son, fronting and even playing.
No one is doing that over here.
Wow.
Jack and Golden only sold about 1.25 million.
Yeah, I bought my copy. That's all I know. I did my part, though.
I got my copy too.
Jack Sutcliffe said, good game, Micro. Sold out on all major Japanese online stores. You crazy if you think it won't sell. He's talking about the Game Gear. The Game Gear Micro, yeah. Wow. I told you that joint ain't gonna sell.
Hey, man,
$50 for 4 games, bro. 4 old ass games. That's
arguably
crazy.
the best portable console of the 90s. I don't care what anybody say. Had color and backlight.
Yep. What else? Nickwood Snake, the true antagonist, said, could you talk about how people writing skills up review of The Last of Us 2, even though he is biased and he says he doesn't like The Last of Us Part 1? I mean, yeah, there's not much to say about it. Some people were just using his review as confirmation bias, but my thing is, like, he wasn't dumping on the game like in his review. He's one of those people who just honestly says, listen, I don't like the Last of Us gameplay.
His review was stupid.
I mean, I don't know. Like
he said apparently he didn't like the first game at first, then he started loving the first game out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he said the gameplay is better in the second game, but it didn't do anything to further the genre. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Got some of the skill up, cat.
Yeah. And apparently he gave like a story, you know, he shit on it, like the story and all that. I don't
know. What's going on?
Yeah.
He's an idiot. He's a point blank.
Yeah.
He ripped that game though. He did rip it.
For a drop of cloud. Hate to see it.
It might be true though. You know.
Yeah, sure it is.
Oh yeah, that crawling. I forgot.
Oh yeah, and apparently, if you want to get into it, a lot of leaks that came out weren't even fucking true. So
yeah,
be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, and Jeff, Jet Life 504 said, "What y'all think about the Skills Up review?" Also, we just talked about that. A lot of people were upset, like about the as much killing in The Last of Us Part 2. That some people were like, found it disturbing.
That chick from GameSpot took off for that, yo.
Yeah, too much violence in the game.
She took off because she said the collectibles ruined the pace of the game for her, like finding shit, and that killing was wrong or some shit. Like, bitch, you know, shut your stupid ass up.
Yeah, she was like the game,
I don't get this, bro.
Some of them were saying like they don't like how the game makes you feel wrong for killing. You're supposed to kill in the game, but it makes you feel bad for doing it. Like, well,
this is the same woman that didn't know the reason why all the freakers was white in Days Gone was because they were albino. She also got mad because the main character called his girlfriend his old lady. Like, she just be taking off for dumb shit, bro.
Hey, just so y'all know, man, y'all are killing innocent creatures in this game. So
some people should not be reviewing games. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, them dogs ain't do nothing to nobody. Them dogs just doing their job. Y'all been stabbing dogs in the neck.
Listen, certain reviewers, I respect your opinion, but I also respect the fact that you a goddamn dumbass. All right.
Animal lovers will not be happy.
I'm stabbing shut up, dogs.
And man, I used to break the calls.
So when one of them dogs try to attack me, I'm putting on my number 7 jersey. Listen, it's over with. You know what the fuck I got going on.
Oh man, Andrew.
Poor innocent animals.
Andrew Wilkins says Smooth is so slow. He's gonna use auto aim and easier enemy settings on The Last of Us.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's true, but wow.
Yeah. The Superior Artist said Bond is complaining about PlayStation exclusives running at 30 frames, but played Breath of the Wild, a game that ran in the 20s most of the time at launch. Knock it off.
Well, they didn't run at the 20s, but like I said, even kings have to come out of the castle for the peasants every now and again.
Okay. Justin Leonard said, for the settings in The Last of Us 2, won't the difficulty change to the one labeled custom once you mess with the combat settings?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can play an easier difficulty and set your enemies to higher, and it'll still say custom.
Yeah.
So anybody playing with custom, it's just questionable, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Bless Red said the pot calling the kettle black. I don't remember what that was a reference to.
Talking about OBJ.
Oh, okay.
OBJ called old buddy a coon, and then I guess you know how Bless.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Gideon Alvin White said, watch out, OBJ likes his O-ring 8. Wow.
You know what an O-ring is, right?
We can guess. We can use context clues.
Yo.
And thinks you got a pretty mouth. He ain't afraid to admit it. Wow, yeah, wildin'. Listen, man, shout out to OBJ. Like I said, didn't want to do it, but like, bro, like he was almost like some stuff was almost being said that could get like the video taken down.
He need to come back next week, dog. What?
Yeah, like bro, he was welcome to come back on this episode. Like, you know, I didn't want to do it. Like I said, like some of that stuff being said could take like the channel down or the video down, bro. Like, you know, there's certain things like the arguments. You could call each other names, but you know, there's certain words that you cannot say no more. There's certain things you can't say no more. That, you know. Tokyo TZTV said, this dude said Negro bucks. That's when they were arguing. Oh man.
Negro bucks.
Andrew Wilkins said I told y'all all Xbox black fans are tap dancing fools. Man, don't do this. King Clown Coon David is what you will go by now. Don't do that, man. Yeah, listen, not at this time. We're supposed to be practicing unity and togetherness. What happened?
Right, look at this picture right quick, yeah.
You putting in the? Let me see.
In the regular.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh, that's crazy. I ain't never seen that one.
Phil Sinclair said, forgetting your incredibly bad take about Michael Jordan that you quickly deleted, Jason. Bad take after bad take from you recently. As a dyslexic person who dreams to do what you do, I look up a lot to you. You're the best in the business, but recently you've made piss poor tweets. And Jason, and what he was talking about was when Jason said maybe he thought he was playing roulette and said 100 million on black.
See, okay, so if you don't understand that tweet, Michael Jordan had a gambling
problem, right? Yeah.
But Michael Jordan recently donated $100 million to the Jordan brand to the Black Lives Matter movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he said, "Oh, that's great. That tweet great."
Yeah, like it's a play on words, like, you know, 100 million on black and the gambling problem and everything with Black Lives Matter. Yeah.
What the fuck?
That tweet could be, yeah. That one was bad. Where was Mr. Miracle said Queen David, the current day trick daddy of Xbox. Vaughn Red 1 said Miles, Aloy, and Ratchet. Miles and Aloy. Victor said here's a stream key for Persona 4 Golden. Stay mad, Jack. Hope you get a port.
Hey, my man.
PC,
wow.
baby.
Put your lips around.
Someone probably used that already. Bless.
God damn it! I should have got it. Yo, send me that code. I'll try to activate it.
I think long gone, bro. I'm telling you. Bless Red said OBJ is the ultimate coon. Told you he doesn't stop. Oh man. Black unity, man. Black unity. Don't do this. Life and Time podcast said just rack up the views, BG. Man, I care more about the black unity, dog. Coming together and defeating the common enemy. We're not our enemy, man. Tarek Ahmed said, yo, kick them. This is mad unprofessional. I don't even care about the unprofessionalism. It's like, there's just certain words you can't call each other on video on YouTube, you know, like, and like I said, I'm not trying to stay here all night. We had topics to get through, so it's
we
not
need
the
to watch Smooth. We need to watch Smooth suffer.
Yeah, it's not the unprofessionalism I care about. You know, for me, it's just I'm not trying to be here all night, and there's certain words you can't say. Smitty, huh?
I asked Smooth, did he drink his Folgers?
Whose gameplay is this?
Oh man, I forgot. It's not mine though. I forgot what the name of the dude. I forgot to put his name on the video. We're almost. Smitty Smith said salute Lord King. Emmanuel A said OBJ calling people raccoons, but he corporate slaving. Wilkie B King said Tick and OBJ arguing on the podcast is like those two crazy uncles at the cookout who arguing about who was the best president back in the day.
And it wasn't even be arguing with him. That was last time.
Blessed 011 said this version, aka pregnant, digital version, aka virgin. Talking about the PS5. Papa John said PC gamers' thoughts on the RTX 3090 being $2,500.
What?
It's like a Titan.
It is a Titan. Yeah.
How many y'all gonna buy that?
Yeah, I just want a 30.
See what happens after years of gold chaining? Now they pulling an EA on you. They shoving it in your butt.
I might not even get a 38. I might not even get a 3080 Ti. I might just get a 3080. I'm gonna be real with you. I might get a 3080.
Wait, what do you have now?
A 2080 Ti.
Then what's the point of even upgrading?
Nah, it might be better. It might be better.
3060 is said to be
upgrading.
The 3060 is said to be stronger than the 2080 Ti.
Oh, you know that thing gonna cost. Who?
The 3080 is gonna be a lot.
Yeah, I think 3080. Listen, don't.
That 3080 Ti gonna be $1,500. They said.
Yeah.
I'll spend it.
Yeah, I'll spend it.
Well, shit, because I didn't have to upgrade my CPU and motherboard. My budget for a new card this fall went up, but I ain't about to drop $1,500 on a card.
King Kogu said, "I'll bet Tick a stack that neither console is $800."
I might want to take that bet.
Viewmaster 617 said, "If you want to play, then you're gonna have to pay." Is facts. Tavia Small said, "I think the 30 frames is because of ray tracing. These consoles are too strong for 30 frames. I hope there is a choice though." Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is because of the ray tracing.
Big Willie 54 said, "Bugsnax gonna be the truth. Quit hating." King Hazy said, "Bond is red pill." Papa John said, "Is Rocksteady making the new Batman game, or is WB Montreal making it?" And
Montreal's making it.
And it will be bad. It will be really bad if EA or 2K buys WB games.
Well,
yeah, it would be bad if 2K buys.
So excited said RE8 looks fire, better than trash repetitive Resident Evil 2 remake. You capping?
Hey, who is this?
That's the Resident Evil 3, not 2.
That's so excited, dumbass.
Hey, what country y'all see escape from, bro?
What?
Man, that man escaped from Shady Acres. Whoever said that? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so excited. Yeah, he said Resident Evil 8 looks better.
Pants on the wall.
Looks better than trash repetitive Resident Evil 2 remake, where all you do is open doors and walk around zombies and shoot them sometimes. You bugging, dog.
Ain't that every Resident Evil game that ever came out?
Yes, pretty much.
That dude walk around with a bib on. Hey, who this dude? Wow,
this shit crazy.
Yeah, he made himself mad basic.
He got a joke up.
Like, listen, you maybe could argue the original like Resident Evil games. You did a lot of door opening, of course, like them corridors and them transitions. Yeah, we did a lot of those, but you did way more than that. Papa John said, "Are Sony guys gonna keep the same energy when Bethesda timed exclusives, Deathloop and GhostWire Tokyo?" Yeah, I forgot to mention that. GhostWire Tokyo, and he says Rise of the Tomb Raider says hi, because yeah, people were mad about that.
Well, I didn't see y'all niggas in the uproar when that shit was going on. So why we gonna be in the uproar? So we are keeping the same energy. Have a good day.
Nobody want those games anyway. Them shits was all ass.
Glorious War said Jason also made a joke about BLM and Michael Jordan. Yeah, we just talked about that one. Yeah.
He better chill
Listen,
out.
Jason was a little bit, tiny bit sensitive. You know, he got
That's
This ain't the time.
Yeah, he was
how they say that joke was too soon.
Yeah, because he throws out jokes sometimes, and then he acts sensitive when it's jokes about the Jewish community. So I get it. Contra said just cuz she gave a super chat. Shout out to Contra. MegaZ456 said, how much more y'all think the physical PS5 will sell for more than the digital? I'm betting the digital starts at $499 and the physical $599.
It's gonna be at least a $50 difference, if not $100.
I think $100 strong.
Yeah, probably $100 just for you know what I mean.
Just like the Connect with the Xbox when they decided to separate them.
Brian Lobo said, talk about how Xbox Milgro being separated from the Xbox Brazil.
What happened?
Xbox Milgro. Yeah, they got his all his videos removed, and I think he got kicked off of Twitter also, I think.
They shut him down on YouTube?
Yeah, because he was being racist and saying
all the shit he was saying, he was still being promoted by Microsoft that whole time.
Oh, wow. Really?
When he made that shirt of planes flying into the Sony building, and he said Shuhei died. He said Stanley died because Spider-Man was an exclusive, all that shit.
Yeah, and
he was still getting sponsored by Microsoft when he was doing all
and he had
I didn't even know Microsoft was sponsoring him.
And he had Xbox. They were able to also take down all his videos because he had Xbox logos and branding all in his video. He was corporate slaving, and the corporate slaving was his downfall. Because
so you mean to tell me that some racist Brazilian got sponsored by Microsoft before this move?
And that's a damn shame.
Oh, he only had one video on his channel. I was wondering what that was about.
It was crazy. All that racism shit ain't what got him caught up. He got caught because he was saying some sexist shit. He'll smack a woman or beat her or some shit. That's what really got him caught up.
So he just kept getting edgy and edgier too.
Yeah, he just kept going he wouldn't stop.
Yeah. Tony with 25 said, Bond, 30 FPS will console exclusive will be console exclusives for next generation. Asking $400 to $500 for PS5 and X is ridiculous. The Nintendo Switch offers more value.
I know Tony Wood did say. You said Tony Wood?
Now it's Tony Wood 25.
Tony Wood, you've been dipping in that shit.
Where you been at and coming in here talking like that?
I'll drink some glue instead of this goddamn beer. Tony Wood, what's going on with you?
All right.
All I gotta say to that is Miles and Aloy.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. What else? We got Tony with 25 said, unblock me, Bond. I can't send you super chats. He's talking about on your channel. You got to unblock him on your channel.
His channel. I don't
hold
think
on.
I have him blocked. Well, some of my mods blocked him.
I don't know nothing about what's going on in his chat.
Can't figure out how to stream. I undoubtedly know.
Papa John's said, when is the spoiler talk allowed for The Last of Us Part 2 next month? So I want to do a spoiler cast. So okay, so The Last of Us Part 2 comes out this Friday. I want to do a spoiler cast by Monday, honestly, if possible. I think Sunday's a little bit too soon. Well, the podcast is Sunday anyway, but I would love to do it on Monday if Jack beats the game by then, I'm beat it by then, and all the people I want to invite. If not Tuesday, I think everybody can beat this game by Monday or Tuesday.
Well,
Tuesday,
okay, I think we need to do 2 weeks, yo.
Yeah,
it's 2 weeks after
lunch.
They gotta rush.
But to do a spoiler cast though.
Yeah.
2 weeks? That's
Nah, the game is 25 hours. If y'all completing it, you know what I mean, it's gonna be more. So y'all do need at least a week though.
I was planning on doing a full live stream. That's gonna take a minute. Yeah.
I think
the fastest completion Russian, they saying it's 20 something hours.
I think we should wait 2 weeks to do talk about it on the podcast, but the spoiler cast.
You tripping.
Why y'all gotta talk about the spoilers, man?
Yeah, you gotta wait.
2 weeks is too fast to spoil it on the podcast, bro.
Just say the game was good, bro. You enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of quick, yo.
Listen,
You
I'm
gotta
trying.
spoil it. Were you
Listen,
not
man.
hugged as a kid, dog? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's kind of quick, yo.
I hate you guys.
At least a month, bro. At least a month.
All right, okay. So listen, we can definitely do the spoiler cast next week, though. The week after the game comes out, we could definitely do a spoiler cast by then.
Everybody ain't gonna have it beat. I don't think that y'all talking about.
Why do you want to talk about spoilers?
The people, the people
but y'all
that
gonna have
I'm
to
gonna
rush through
invite are definitely gonna have it beat by then.
Oh, y'all gonna rush through it? Okay.
First of all, I'm not
You
going.
gonna rush
I'm
through it.
not
You
going to
gonna
sleep,
rush through it.
bro. I'll be there at 12 midnight playing that.
I know.
joint.
I already see what time you are. I hear you. But the game is 24 hours worth of content. I know you're gonna try to platinum it and all that, but I guess you just want to complete it once. And then
25 hours only sounds a lot. It's
No,
really not.
It's not. I know it's not.
I got big news right now.
Shut up.
I'm gonna give y'all because I can't find Tony Wood's channel individually. I'm about to do something I didn't think I was gonna do. I'm about to unblock all 3,826 of y'all.
What?
You got to do that individually, don't you?
No, you can just hit one button, remove all hidden users.
Oh,
Do not make me regret this. I'm about to unblock all y'all's.
I didn't know there was a button for that.
3,286.
Hey,
y'all been set free.
Why did I just picture him saying that and like seeing the gates of hell just open and all the demons like celebrate?
Might be. Might be.
Yeah, he don't watch his chat either, so they gonna definitely going crazy in his shit.
Now we're free.
Anyway, we'll figure out when we gonna do this.
I mean, my
this
people are
spoiler
fighting
talk.
for freedom, so I'm giving y'all your freedom. Be responsible with it.
And
moderate your damn chat, sir.
And the last super chat, so excited, said Brazilians mad racist on The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, are they? Wow.
That's a thing over there anyway. They always
like I like their comments about it. I've been seeing like their comments about it and stuff.
Only thing I know about Brazilian people, they love cheating online video games.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Brazilians are they're the biggest pirates of consoles. Too.
They like cheating and they love going ja 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 ja.
Yeah, ja ja. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Hey yo. Yeah, well, we done. Podcast done. I still have
Brazilians like the Eddie Guerrero of gaming.
You got one more super chat, BG. Might as well get it out.
Ace McLean said Xbox gang Trump USA 2020 4 more years. Wow. We don't. Wow.
I like that.
Tick is down with the Confederate flag. Y'all ain't hear me say that though.
Oh, you got another super chat.
Hold on. Hey, don't ever sully my name like that. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's
Damn,
what
I
I
have
heard,
so many people to remove, it won't even process it.
Yo, Bond, that super chat is for you. Y'all might as well read it from
Life and Time podcast said Bond, unblocking people is like when Sam and Dean Supernatural open up the gates of hell. I don't know if you watched that show, Supernatural.
What show is that?
Supernatural.
You talking about Supernatural?
No.
Yo, what's weird is I seen Life and Time podcast. He sent a super chat the other day, but it was like in euros.
That's what I asked him.
And now it's in US dollars.
Oh, he live in Spain, yo. He live in Spain right now.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I ain't know they use euros over there.
I'm like, bro.
Where he at in Spain?
I don't know.
Yeah, it won't even let me unblock everybody. It says cannot process action. I guess my block list is too heavy.
You gonna have to do them probably.
Bro, I am not unblocking that many people manually.
Let's keep clicking X. No, I'm saying eventually it's gonna let you do it.
Bro, keep clicking X 3000s.
Yeah,
I'm able to submit some changes.
Eventually, it's gonna let you.
That's nothing to Jack because he'll do that many clicks trying to find the right Pornhub video. So that's light for him.
Oh, facts. You already know the vibes.
Oh yeah, I know you be on page 1,500. I already know, dog.
We ain't bothering.
Y'all bugging.
Yeah. All right. It's an interesting podcast.
In the podcast, nigga, goddamn.
Hi.
Yeah, now another super chat.
I get reimbursed the monetary difference.
I got a message. The best spot is streaming.
Okay, good. He said he gets reimbursed the difference. All right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to sleep. Gonna go drink some wine and lay down and lay down.
That's one of the most oldest thing I've ever heard.
Nah, man, there's nothing better than wine and Russian bitches.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
Jack, what you laying down next to tonight?
Hey man, I was gonna say something disrespectful, but I'm falling back. Have a good night.
Oh, you know, let it fly, let it fly, dog. Let it
No,
fly.
have a good night, dog.
Nah, let it fly, dog.
Have a good night.
You
That's
from
what I'm
Memphis,
not-
right? You tough?
I was gonna say something crazy. I'm falling back.
Say it, bro. What's up?
Have a
Say,
good
let it fly, bro. You Memphis niggas soft. You niggas soft.
Facts.
Been soft since Zebo left.
Oh man, facts.
Yeah.
Hate to see it.
All right.
All right, I'll catch you guys later.
All right, we out.
Peace.
All right, Jack. You streaming tonight, Jack?
Nah, I'll stream tomorrow.
Man,
Told you, BG, that was gonna go south.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I honestly thought it would have been okay.
I told you it was gonna go south.
anything with OBJ, you know, either I was gonna make him mad or he just beat me to it. It was just gonna go down.
That shit was funny as hell, boy. Damn.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
is he mad at you though? Because he obviously didn't come back. So
I talked to him in the DMs. I talked to him in the DMs. I mean, I talked to him in DMs. Oh, hopefully everything good, man. Wasn't personal, but